everyone? Welcome back to the Knicks Cast channel. I'm your host, Luca, joined by my great friend and co-host, Dylan Backer of Empire Sports Media and Fireside Knicks. Tonight, we have Game 5 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals between our New York Knicks playing host of the visiting Detroit Pistons. The Knicks are up 3-1 in this series and have a chance to clinch their first playoff series at home since 1999, folks, when the Knicks made the finals after beating the Pacers in, I believe it was 6 games that time with the Latrell Sprewell, Larry Johnson, and Allen Houston teams. But regardless, Dylan, for quick first thoughts, also confidence level into this game.
Yeah, like as you said, this is a big game. You know, the Knicks can do something that they have not done in the 21st century tonight, which is clinch a playoff series at home. They have not done that since 1999, as you already said. So this is a big game. You know, obviously it's not a quote unquote must win because you are up 3-1, but you want to take care of these guys. You do not want to get this series back to Detroit and have to worry about possibly even thinking about playing a Game 7 back at the Garden. You just want to win this game, handle it right now, get a win. My confidence level for tonight, I think the Knicks have all the momentum. I think the comeback that they made on Detroit in Game 4 was demoralizing for them. And I think that no call, of course, for that went against the Pistons, again, demoralizing for them. I don't really know how they're going to be able to bounce back from that. I'm interested to see how they come out. I think rebounding will be the biggest key tonight because Jalen Duren has been killing the rebounds this series and especially was in their previous game. So I'm interested to see how that goes. But all said and done, I'm expecting a good game. I'm hoping that the Knicks win this and we move on to the next round. So
Absolutely. Let's hope the Knicks take this in 5 as the Knicks and Pistons are getting ready to head to center court. Let's look at a view of Karl Anthony Towns, who was the hero in Game 4 with his step-back three-pointer. Usually not a lot of players make that shot, but Karl Anthony Towns did. And let's hope that
was a wild shot, man.
No,
That was a
you
wild
can't
shot.
you can't sit here and tell me you expected that to go in because I didn't.
Absolutely not.
So once again, Knicks trying to get lined up at center court. Jalen Duren and Karl Anthony Towns for the tip-off. Mark Davis at center court, the referee. He's also joined by Tyler Ford and Jason Goebel. They're just still getting
Knicks fans know about Jason Goebel very well for reasons we don't really want to
pretty
talk about.
bad reasons at that. Must agree, Dylan. Tip is up. Knicks get the basketball. Nope, they don't. I think Towns jumped early, so they're going to redo the tip.
Did.
I mean, that was the quickest swat I've ever seen, but retake, and the Pistons will get the ball first. Cade Cunningham will bring it up. OG Anunoby, the primary defender. Hands to Hardaway, back to Cunningham. Cunningham takes a three-pointer. His first shot, no good. Rebound, Karl Anthony Towns. Brunson will bring up, defended by Asar Thompson. Gives to Towns. Towns at the top of the key.
Something that's worth noting, too, that the Pistons did not have Asar Thompson on the floor in those closing minutes of Game 4.
They have a plus net rating with him, too.
Mm-hmm.
Bridges with 5 to
Thompson
shoot.
Has really struggled with Brunson this series.
Bridges going left, gives to Hart. Final seconds. Hart puts up the shot. Shot is an air ball. It's a shot clock violation. So 2 dead possessions early on.
That was a bad possession. Not exactly the shot you wanted to get.
Bickerstaff, first season as Pistons head coach, has had some playoff success, not a lot though, with the Cleveland Cavaliers' previous stop. Thompson inside, no good, but a foul. So Asar Thompson will go to the free throw line for 2.
And if there's anybody that was watching the Yankees game before this, you might as well turn that off and put this game on. The Yankees are up 9-0.
It's the more crucial game.
Yeah.
Thompson at the line for 2. He's actually shot somewhat well in this series for someone who shoots probably about average over in the 60s as much. Thompson at the line knocks down the first free throw, and Detroit pulls ahead 1-0. 64% in the regular season for Asar Thompson. In the playoffs, however, he's shooting just 57%. Actually worse than I thought. Thompson at the line for 2, knocks down the second free throw, so he knocks down both. Brunson, the primary, Thompson, the primary defender on Brunson, gives to Hart. Hart looking for a man. Looking dish. Anunoby coming off the screen. Nice defense by Thompson. Good ball denial by the Pistons. Brunson inside. Looks. Fires in and out. Put back by Anunoby. Rebounded there by the Pistons. Here comes Tim Hardaway Jr. Thompson taking on Brunson. Thompson spins inside off the glass, no good. Taken, put back there by Duren is good.
And there's what I mentioned before, the rebounds. That's something that we need to
Transition
take care of.
inside, scores the Knicks' first bucket.
Good take there by Hart.
Cunningham has it. Cunningham looking for a man. They switch the screen. They hedge high. Cunningham driving baseline, trying to back down Bridges, backing him down, turns, kicks out to Harris. Harris defended by Hart. They play the screen high for Harris. Harris inside, and he touched out of bounds. Knicks basketball.
Good defense. They shut off the baseline drive. That's the type of defense you want to see.
OG Anunoby will inbound as he's going to give it to Mikal Bridges. And Bridges will bring it up. Bridges defended by Hardaway, the former Knick. Hands off to OG Anunoby. Anunoby finds the mismatch in Karl-Anthony Towns versus Harris. Towns looking to dish, looking. It's hands off to Hart along the wing. 9 to shoot. Hart in the paint. Hart on the drive. Hart fires, misses. Rebound Harris.
I've seen cleaner starts.
I have too. Harris in the mid-range. Shot is deflected, that time by Hart.
My
Rebound by
goodness.
OG. OG Anunoby in the open floor. Looking. Finds Towns on the trail. Towns looks. He finds Jalen Brunson matched up against Cade Cunningham. Brunson looking. One-on-one versus Hardaway, and out of bounds. It's Detroit basketball.
Not the type of start I don't think anyone envisioned. From either team, really.
Yeah. Cunningham brings up the ball. Cunningham looking for a man. He finds Jalen Duren. Duren looking for a man to dish to. And offensive foul. I think Jalen Brunson drew the charge.
And yet another turnover.
This has been one sloppy game.
If you like offense, maybe put the Yankee game back on.
Exactly. Hold on. Give me 1 second. My TV kind of went under wraps. Now they're showing that. Mikal Bridges will bring it up once again. Bridges coming off a screen. Drives. Looking. Pulls up mid-range jumper. No good. Rebounded by Tobias Harris. Thompson drives, looks, Hardaway, three-pointers up, three-pointer no good, tipped up in the air, taken by Thompson, back out to Cunningham. Cunningham defended by Bridges. Detroit will reset. Knicks will reset defensively. Cunningham fires, and a foul is called on Bridges. Give me 1 second. Right, I am back. Detroit side outs it. Cade Cunningham has it, gets around the screen from Duren. Finds Duren. Duren looking for a cut inside. Thompson with the lay. Jalen Brunson will bring it up. Hard screen there by Hart. Brunson one-on-one. Driving baseline. Brunson nearly loses it. Now against Thompson. Brunson driving in. Brunson turns. Has to get off a shot, and that's not even close. Rebounded by Cunningham. Looking, corner, Harris. Three-pointers up, three-pointers good. Jalen Brunson will bring the ball up, and he drives into the paint inside. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line for two. Not the cleanest offense, Dylan. Doesn't seem like a
Not at all. No, not at all. Both teams really are not doing good offensively, but obviously the Pistons have a nice little 7-point advantage right now.
And we're not getting Towns involved at all.
No. Like they keep giving it to him in the top top of the key to kind of get some offense, but I don't think I've seen him put the ball on the deck yet.
Brunson,
still early though.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's absolutely time to make adjustments.
Yes,
Brunson at the free throw line for two. First shot goes in. 82% from the line in the regular season. What is up to Jacob? He says, Luca, this is the remake of the Knicks Heat game when you had no TV for the last 2 minutes of the game. Yeah, that was a bad moment. It was game 6 where Verizon had It's complicated. I'll explain in a second. As Brunson in and out on the free throw, he goes 1 for 2. Nowhere near the ideal start. Harris defended by Bridges. Asar Thompson comes with the screen to the left, kicks to Cunningham. Cunningham now screened out by Harris. Cunningham matched up against Hart. Cade pulls back, 3-pointers up, no good. Rebound taken by Brunson. Brunson with a small head of steam hands to Bridges. Bridges looking for him, and he finds Brunson back to Towns. Towns driving in. Towns fakes, kicks back to Hart, into Towns. Towns inside with the slam.
That was a nice give and go.
Cunningham driving. Cunningham looks inside. Shot is good. Hart tried to draw the charge. He did not get the call. Bridges has it. Cat comes with a screen to the left. Bridges looks, finds Anunoby. Anunoby one-on-one. Nearly loses the ball, but he still regains. 10 seconds to shoot. Anunoby drives, pulls back, midi. Got it. OG Anunoby with the ever so reliable mid-range.
And he's going to be kind of an X factor tonight, OG. I feel like if he can have a big game, then that can really make a big difference.
And stolen by OG. Here we go inside, and he throws it down. Was it the score?
They called a foul.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. They call a reach-in foul.
I don't know about that one. I need a closer look at that before I give a final conclusion to that, but damn.
They go right to commercial. So what happened, Dylan, was with Verizon, if you're watching a game or whatever you're watching, and you have a lot of stuff on your on-demand, or I should say DVR, it will come up any random moment. It will come up saying, you have to take any of these four recordings off DVR or on demand. And during the Heat Knicks game, Game 6, in the final minutes, it switched over to another channel, which I lost my mind.
Oh my God. I would have lost it too.
But luckily, I was able to obviously commentate on the final minutes of the series. Boston is up 3-1 in that series. So we very could well have a Knicks-Celtics matchup as soon as, obviously, tonight ends.
Indeed.
And they play NBA TV at 8:30 p.m. Meanwhile,
so we might know by tonight.
Yeah.
We might know by tonight.
Meanwhile, Milwaukee is still battling Indiana. I see a rebuild in their future. Staying close with the college besties, not and obviously, another series that has ended is Cleveland and Miami.
That was the good old-fashioned BTA, if you know what I mean by that.
Belt to ass, if you guys don't know what that means. That was after the first quarter. It was like 41-14. That game wasn't even close.
The belt was in full force last night. And the night before, too, Game 3.
The Heat need to reevaluate that roster.
I think, honestly, what the Heat just proved is that no 10 seed should ever sniff the postseason. But
I agree.
What do I know?
I agree.
Makes the argument for the play-in look really bad. But
I mean, the play-in games are competitive, but again, as to your point, that series wasn't even
like. I mean, let's be honest. Any one of those play-in teams probably gets smacked by Cleveland, right?
Oh, of course, they're that good.
But I mean, in what way should a 10 seed be making the playoffs?
No,
why is that happening? Why is a team that was 10th seed who won, I think, 37 games in the regular season? Why are they in the playoffs?
37 and 45 usually in the NBA, like many years ago before the play-in, would be like 10th seed, 11th seed, you're missing the playoffs.
By a large margin, too.
Yeah. That's how it would work.
Yeah. And this is coming from someone who didn't really care that much about the play-in because, the Knicks are never in the play-in, so it has no effect on me. But
not at all.
But, after seeing what the Cavs just did to Miami, they basically just got a bye round. So, I don't know.
It's like Cleveland could have put in their bench And then they still would have won.
Darius Garland was in street clothes in games 3 and 4. So I should just tell you right there how it went.
So robbed of a possible transition dunk, the Pistons, well, the Knicks were robbed of that. The Pistons will have a side out. Hardaway has it. Duran comes with a screen to the right. Hardaway looking for a man, doing some dribbling. Great defense by Anunoby off the ball. Cunningham drives the basket. Left hand shot blocked out of bounds. OG with the block.
I think they've defended Cade Cunningham well this series, and it sounds ironic because he's had some big games, but they've made it tough for him. He's gonna get his. I mean,
absolutely. Into Hardaway. Hardaway 3-pointers up. 3-pointer no good. Tipped out by Towns. It'll be Pistons basketball.
When we did the preview stream for this series, the person from Hot Hand Theory, he made a great point, and he said, that Cade's usage is ridiculously high. He's gonna get his.
Absolutely.
So, it's one of those things where, I kind of expected Cade to get a lot of points, but if they make it tough on him, that's all I can ask for.
OG misses the 3 that time. No good. Rebound Duran. It was a great deflection on the previous play from Hart. Cunningham to Hardaway. Hardaway drives inside. Pass to Duran. Duran shot blocked, but a foul.
For what it's worth, the offense so far has looked awful, but they're only down by 5. So if the Knicks can get a nice little run going, generate some offense, it'll be in a good spot.
I don't know. You think that was all ball?
Kind of, but I mean, there was probably enough to get a foul. I think Tom Thibodeau's been pretty good with challenges, so I think if he saw something, he would have waved his finger. And Duran missed the free throw anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ball
Exactly.
don't lie.
The old saying, ball don't lie. Karl-Anthony Towns, I'm sorry, that was Karl-Anthony Towns exits. Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson come in. There's also Mikal Bridges exiting. I don't know how you feel, Dylan. I think Deuce McBride has underwhelmed a bit this series.
He's been terrible this series, to be honest with you. I'm going to be brutally honest with that one. He has been terrible, but he can make it all up tonight if he has a good game. I feel like he hasn't made enough of an impact on either end, but
absolutely,
luckily for him, they're still up 3-1 in the series, and who knows? Like I said, all it takes is one good game to really kind of change the narrative in the playoffs.
Hart takes it to the basket, finds Anunoby on the cut, loses the ball out of bounds. It'll be Pistons basketball. Josh Hart is claiming that the Pistons tipped it.
They didn't. I just looked at the replay. That was off of OG last.
Yeah. Cade Cunningham will bring it up. Cunningham looking for a man. He finds Tobias Harris. Gives back to Cunningham. They're going to set a screen. They play it high. Gives back to Hardaway. Hardaway drives in the paint. Hardaway inside. Pass to Duran. Duran inside. Shot rolls around in and out. Rebounded by Hart, and he's tripped up by Duran. And there's a foul there.
Great rebound by Hart. That ball just kind of stuck up there.
Great, as you said, great rebound, great timing. Jalen Duran with 2 fouls. I don't know what's going on here, Blue.
They just gave Paul Reed a tech.
4?
I think he pushed Mitchell Robinson. He just showed the replay.
Yeah, it's a little physical battle going on.
You got handsy with Mitch.
Yeah, I mean we saw Mitch. We saw that in Game 3. You saw how that worked
Cap
out.
came in and shoved him. Brunson misses the technical free throw.
It is very unlike Brunson to miss these free throws. Very unlike.
I feel like oddly enough, he misses those kinds of shots a lot, like those free throws, those technical free throws. I feel like he misses those a lot, and the numbers will lie. Will tell a different story. The numbers will tell you that he's shooting great.
Brunson pull up 3, no good. Rebound. Robinson tip up, no good. Tip up again, no good. Ball lost out of bounds. It is Pistons basketball.
I mean, what is going on? This is like them LA Fitness hoops.
Oh God.
3 p.m. on a Wednesday at LA Fitness.
Harris comes off a screen, gives to Paul Reed. Reed defended by Mitchell Robinson, gives back to Cade Cunningham. Cunningham drives, pass deflected by Anunoby. They retreat. Harris against Anunoby. Harris driving. Final seconds, hands off to Hardaway. Hardaway's going to have to put up a tough shot, blocked by Anunoby, and a shot clock violation.
I can at least say that the Knicks defensively have been great. I mean, they're suffocating them. They're making it tough for them to shoot. That's what you want to see. If you're not going to play that well offensively, make it up on the defensive end, and you'll end up getting good results. And so far, I mean, down by 5, sure, but it's not end of the world. They could be down by a lot more with 7 points through 7 minutes in the quarter.
Robinson hands to Brunson. Brunson off the screen. Goes right, then left back right. Brunson drives, kicks out Hart corner 3. Shot is good from Josh Hart from downtown.
Good pass by Brunson. The attention was strictly on Brunson.
Cunningham has it. He'll bring up against Anunoby. Cunningham, they play the screen high again. Cunningham drives the basket. Cunningham inside. Shots no good. Tipped up again. No good. Rebound Robinson. Here comes OG. OG passes. Brunson looking for a man. Hits to the corner. McBride. Pull up mid-range jumper. Got it. Game is tied at 12.
There you go.
Timeout Detroit.
And you see what I mean? All it takes sometimes is just a couple shots to fall. You have a big game. Changes the whole narrative about a series from a guy.
What is up to Alex from Big Blue in the Bronx? Obviously, my brother, saying what's up in the chat.
Where he at, man? Where he at?
He's actually doing a school project, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Dylan, I know, in the middle of the Knicks playoffs.
Yeah, right. School project in the middle of the playoffs, man.
He's actually on the train. He's on the train home.
Okay. So he's probably watching right now. Obviously, he's watching the stream. He's just put in the chat, but he's probably watching the game. So.
Absolutely. But again, guys, if you haven't already, if you're new here, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you know when I go live or drop a new video. Dylan's links are in the comments. In the description. Great co-host, as always. Been partnering since last year. He does a great job at Fireside Knicks. You can follow him on X. Description. Links are all in the description below. And obviously, as we see, folks, this is a slugfest. An old-fashioned slugfest.
Yep. Usually when we say slugfest in baseball, it means a lot of scoring, but this time it's the opposite effect.
Polar opposite. We're playing. I can't even say, are we playing the Pistons, I guess, style of ball?
I mean, I guess, but we're also not looking to fight every possession like they are, so, I mean.
Yeah, because again, they've been.
These guys respectfully want to be the '90s bad boys so bad.
Yeah, they're wannabes,
and they're not even close to what the bad boy Pistons were. So
absolutely, And the thing is, though, obviously they're a young team, and you'll give them credit; they have some talent, but they obviously you want to fight. They're a very gritty team, just like JB Bickerstaff last team was the Cavs. Now the Cavs are more perimeter oriented, and obviously they're a better, well-rounded team, but these guys have yet to get humbled. We need to humble them tonight.
I feel like taking 2 at their place was very, very much needed for the Knicks' morale a little bit.
Absolutely,
everybody was looking at the Knicks as like a soft team, and then they came into Detroit and took both. I mean,
especially for the fact that Malik Beasley said that the LCA was going to be more lit than the Garden. And I'm not going to say anything about.
He had to abbreviate LCA because Little Caesars Arena doesn't sound cool.
No, it doesn't. See, I'm not going to say anything about Detroit's pizza until we've officially beat them, but I will leave it at that. Not that I've tried Detroit's pizza.
I've never had it, so I don't even have an opinion on that. But
Yeah, I would only remark on what it looks like, and it's interesting that they have a arena named after a shitty chain pizzeria.
Hey, respect Little Caesars a little bit. For $5, it's not that bad.
All right.
I'm a Florida guy. I'm a Florida boy, so I mean,
Yeah, it's understandable. It's what you got. I guess it's what you got down there.
Yeah, we have some cool places down here, but
sure,
we don't got them New York places like y'all got. So
of course it varies. It's a high bar set for us.
Little Caesars isn't like anything crazy though. It's
No.
by far my last choice when I'm
Yeah,
getting
of
pizza.
course. It's anybody's last choice.
But it's like
it's like having
$5. So I mean, it's like $5. So I mean, you know,
it's like
you don't
having
feel like spending a lot of
Domino's.
money. Yeah, I mean Domino's is cool too.
All right, so we are back from break. Dennis Schroeder, the new substitution, will bring it up for the Pistons. Schroeder up against Deuce McBride, looking to dish. Looking to find someone. Screen off Malik Beasley that time. Schroeder against Jalen Brunson, 10 to shoot. Screen from the right from Reed. Schroeder looks, dumps to the corner. Harris for three. No good. Rebound OG Anunoby. Brunson has it, comes with a screen from Mitch. Actually, a double screen OG on the left side. Brunson looking to dish, trying to find a man. Off the screen again. Brunson finds Anunoby against Schroeder. He has the mismatch in terms of size. Anunoby inside and gets the lay to go.
Strong take. Strong take. Pistons have missed 8 straight.
Cunningham with the screen. They play it high again. They switch. Kicks out to Schroeder on the perimeter. Schroeder hands to Beasley. Beasley off the screen. Beasley three-pointers up. Three-pointers good.
I think Malik Beasley only knows how to shoot at MSG.
I don't think he shot well at LSCA, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he did not.
Hart looking for a man, finds Deuce McBride. McBride defended by Schroeder, looking for a man to dish this time. Anunoby's going to come with a screen. He goes to the right. McBride, one-on-one. McBride hands to OG. OG backs in inside. Shots no good. Rebound Robinson. Robinson out to Brunson. Brunson, and looks like the clock stopped,
clock
and it was
issue.
a mistake. It was a malfunction there. Or was that a shot clock violation?
No, it hit the rim. Should not be a shot clock violation if it hit the rim, in fact. Actually, yeah, it hit the rim. Yep.
You just just grazed the rim. So that's going to be Knicks' possession regardless. 12 seconds to shoot. Anunoby looking inbound. He finds Mitchell Robinson. Robinson looking for a handoff, about 10 to shoot. Robinson looking nearly stripped. Robinson takes it. Ball is still loose. Hart and Robinson fighting over it. I should say Reed hands to McBride. McBride has to get a shot up, puts it up, and...
What was that?
I think they called a... Did they call a foul?
No, I think it's a shot clock violation. What in the world was that?
I saw the referee doing this. Maybe he said 24-second violation, but that was a wildly interesting possession.
I guess it wasn't supposed to be a shot clock violation.
Now, after the second clock error, the Knicks will inbound the ball. McBride looking for a man. Looking. Finds Brunson. 20 seconds to shoot. Brunson drives. He's stripped, and it's off of Brunson. It will be Pistons basketball.
This is a brutal start for both teams.
Oof, it's awful. Ron Holland checks into the game for Detroit, in for Tobias Harris.
The Celtics are watching this series right now, licking their chops.
You bet they are. Cunningham will bring up the ball. Cunningham looking for a man. He's going to find Dennis Schroeder by the logo. Screen from Reed to the right side. Schroeder drives. Schroeder inside looking. Kicks to Reed. Reed on Robinson. Reed inside. Shot is altered. No good. Rebound Robinson. Deflected back to Reed. Inside Holland. Shot is altered. Blocked, but a foul. Ron Holland will be going to the line for two.
The Knicks need to try to do this thing called putting the ball through the hoop.
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely. But you also have Mitchell Robinson just fumble the ball out of his hands that second. But yes, I agree. 14 points with almost 2 minutes to go is pretty inexcusable. Holland's at the free throw line for two. He made his first, and he makes his second. It's a 3-point game. Jalen Brunson will bring it up. Brunson looking for a handoff. He drives to the basket. Brunson inside with all the contact looks, finds McBride. McBride hands to Brunson. Nice pass. Brunson on the drive. Brunson inside, kicks to Anunoby. Anunoby 8 seconds to shoot. Anunoby pulls back mid-range. Air ball rebounded by Holland. Here come the Pistons in transition. They love to run. Inside, blocked by Anunoby out of bounds.
What a block. Way to get back down the court.
Filthy. Looking off the Beasley. Beasley in the corner, defended by McBride. Beasley, step back three-pointer, nails it. Here comes Hart in transition. Hart inside, gets the lay-in to go. Offensive foul on Cade Cunningham.
Yep. Josh Hart making plays. He's making plays.
He went for the transition finish, and now he draws a contact on Cade.
By the way, for any Yankee fans out there, they're up 12-0 in the 5th inning.
Oof.
Yeah.
Cunningham has two.
BTA.
Yeah. Cunningham has 2 fouls and just 2 points. 1:33 to play. Pistons in the bonus. The Knicks will have the ball. Cunningham checks out. Brunson looking to inbound. Finds Deuce McBride. McBride defended by Beasley. McBride drives to the basket. Looking. Finds Hart. Hart takes a three-pointer. It's up. Three-pointer's no good. Tipped out. Rebounded to Brunson. Brunson one-on-one versus Schroeder. Backing him down. Double team. Looking. Brunson needs to find an open man. Finds McBride. Back out to Anunoby. 8 to shoot. Anunoby spins inside to Robinson. He is fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
What a pass by OG.
OG's making an impact. Very silent impact.
Him and Josh Hart have been great so far to start this game.
Schroeder with a smart foul. Robinson will head to the line for 2. Robinson, 2 points per game in the playoffs this far, and 5 boards a game. Robinson at the free throw line, knocks down the first. Great. We have Stephen A. sitting courtside. I don't like the sight of that.
Yeah, me neither.
It's a hex. It's a hex.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he's sitting next to Stevie Van Zandt as well. I could be wrong on that because the bandana tipped up, rebounded, out of bounds. Holland steps out of bounds. It will be Knicks basketball. Folks, if you like a modern offense, this is not the game to watch. Knicks will have a fresh 14. Brunson will inbound, and he has also Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, OG, and Mitchell Robinson on the floor. Brunson looking to inbound, looking for a man. He finds Robinson, hands off to Brunson. Brunson goes right, dumps to Robinson, and he did not know the pass was coming. Hart takes it. Pass is stolen by Holland. Hart thought instinctively, but the execution didn't work. Reed comes with a screen, now hands to Beasley. Beasley driving left, high arcing three is up, no good. Rebound, Josh Hart. Here come the Knicks in transition. Hart trying to push. Kicks to McBride. McBride corner 3. Shots no good. Tip up. Robinson puts it in.
And that's why Mitchell Robinson is so important. His impact on the offensive glass.
He played volleyball with that one. A little tap right there. Schroeder against Deuce McBride. Holland comes to the screen. They switch it. Schroeder drives into the paint. Brunson tries to steal it. He does. Here comes Hart in transition. Actually, Anunoby inside to Hart. Hart inside for the bucket. The Knicks take the lead.
Defense into offense. That's all it takes. That's what I'm saying. Gotta play defense.
There's about a 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Knicks up 21-20 in Game 5 of the quarterfinals. Schroeder with a screen to the left from Reed. Schroeder drives in the paint. Schroeder pull-up mid-range jumper is good. Final seconds. Brunson. Do they call a foul on that? And they do. Brunson was tripped up. That was their foul to give. So now, if I'm not mistaken, they will either have, I think they're in the bonus now. Brunson looked like he was going swimming. So we have about 4.9 seconds to go. Jalen Brunson is actually at the free throw line. Detroit, no more fouls to give as the Knicks have hit the bonus. Brunson at the free throw line for 2. His first free throw goes in. It's 22-all. Ron Holland checks out. Tobias Harris checks in. Brunson at the free throw line. Robinson and Hardaway now engaging in some hand fighting. Brunson knocks down the second free throw. Final seconds for Detroit here in the first. Schroeder has it, defended by McBride. Schroeder has to put up a shot at the buzzer. Does he get it off? He does, but he misses at the end of one. Not pretty, though. 23-22 Knicks.
Not pretty, but hey, you walk out of that sloppy quarter with the lead. I think you take that, personally, because the offense should get going at some point.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What a messy, messy game. And the Knicks will also need to win the non-Brunson minutes. That's another key, crucial part besides the defense and the rebounding.
I think what's interesting is that Brunson is 0 for 3, and I believe Towns only made one shot in the quarter. So
yeah, that was off a give and go.
I believe Josh Hart is the leading scorer. 9 points.
Yep, 9 points, 4 rebounds, and assist. So that is where we are right now. And tonight as well, in addition to honoring the late Dick Barnett, they also gave Brunson his Clutch Player of the Year trophy.
Yep. Yes, they did.
Captain Clutch, who went to go get his cape in the first and fourth games. Literally, when he came back into the game, Dylan, the first thing I noticed, he changed his shoes. But again, folks, if you haven't already hit,
it's like he's got something in those shoes that just makes him crazy.
It's got to be some weird superstition or some sort of magic. Call it what you will.
Only player in the league with clutch time shoes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
That's so crazy, man.
It is. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you know when I go live or drop a new video. As I said earlier, check out Dylan. His links are in the description. Fireside Knicks, their Twitter, Dylan, his Twitter. Check it all out, folks. Be doing more playoff games as they come with the Knicks. Tonight's mission, close it out.
Yep, simple as that. Find a way to get a win at home, close the series out, and get rid of these fake tough guys, and move on to the next round.
Let's be fair, the series hasn't been quite pretty. There's been some adversity that this Knicks team has had to face.
Yep. Especially from those wearing the zebra-colored uniforms.
Yeah. Apparently, we went to football rules in the third quarter. Apparently, we're playing tackle. Because I swear, this was also the fourth quarter, too. I've never seen a NBA shooting guard block like an offensive lineman. It was the one play where Cade Cunningham went for the dunk. I
remember seeing that, yeah.
Yep. He was blocking. He was blocking ahead. I'm like, well, they should be signing up for the Detroit
Craziest
Lions.
illegal screen I had seen in a minute.
Stephanie Reddy was briefly talking with Malik Beasley, who, as Dylan's remarked, for some reason loves to shoot here at MSG. Knicks will get the inbound as we start the second quarter. Knicks up 23-22. Karl-Anthony Towns has the ball against Tobias Harris. Towns trying to take him to school. Towns' shot is up, no good. Tipped up. Rich Robinson loses it. Towns loses that ball out of bounds. It'll be Pistons' ball. Dennis Schroeder will bring it up with the rest of the bench unit. Schroeder hands to Beasley, back to Schroeder. Schroeder looking for a man. Still looking for a man. Finds Malik Beasley. Beasley looking for a man. Drives into the paint. Kicks out to the corner. Ron Holland misses the corner three. Rebound Karl-Anthony Towns. McBride will bring it up slowly. McBride drives left. McBride backing him down. McBride hands. Bridges wide open. Misses the 3. Rebound. Towns puts it up. And they're going to call him for a loose ball foul.
Bridges, you were open, buddy. You were open.
He was wide open. That's a practice
buddy.
shot. That's a practice shot. Dennis
I
Schroeder
hate to be that guy ragging on Bridges every time, but man, when you miss shots like that constantly, it's aggravating.
It's a point of emphasis. Schroeder against Campaign. Harris comes to the screen. They play it high. Kicks out to Harris. Defense rotating. Holland inside. Holland is stripped, and it's a reach-in foul on Campaign. Looks like the referees are starting to crack down. And it's funny because 2 of the referees, I don't remember which of the 2, had some of the least, were ranked in the lowest categories in terms of personal fouls. Beasley comes off the screen against Bridges, kicks out to Schroeder. Schroeder against Bridges. Schroeder 1-on-1. Step back 3-pointers up. 3-pointer no good. Rebounded by Reed. Reed looking for a man. In trouble. Looking. And Knicks basketball. No foul whatsoever. Campaign will inbound. Hands to Deuce McBride. McBride will bring it up. Gives to Mikal Bridges this time. Bridges looking. Gets a screen from Towns to the left. They hedge it. Bridges driving left off Holland. Bridges spins. Bridges kicks out. Campaign. Step back 3-pointer. It's good. Campaign from downtown. Holland inside. Offensive foul. What's up, Armand? Rodon's perfect through 5. For some reason, Dylan, I can't hear you.
Oh, that's my fault. I didn't realize my microphone was muted. But I was saying Rodon perfect through 5, and I said, oh, nice little complete game shutout going on. You're not allowed to mention what's actually happening, though.
Bridges hands McBride. 3-pointers up. 3-pointer no good. Rebound Towns. Towns against Harris. Backing him down. Turns. Fires. No good. Put back by Robinson is good. Tobias Harris is hurt.
Ooh. Yeah, he is. He is hurt. He must have taken a shot to the face. He must have taken a shot to the face. Pistons already without Isaiah Stewart, so that's actually pretty significant.
JB Bickerstaff briefly chatting with Tyler Ford, the referee. Just like to see where he got hurt.
He must have taken a shot to the face. I think Jalen Duren got him on accident.
What's up to Armand? Hope all is well, brother.
Yeah, I'll order. When you save big on orders, you can afford to give yourself
just a quick NBA score check real quick across the NBA. Bucks up over the Pacers 91-87 as they try to force a game 6 as they're playing in Indy. Still in pregame mode with the Celtics and the Orlando Magic. And the Denver Nuggets playing host to the LA Clippers. Series tied at 2-2. Will be played at 10 o'clock p.m.
I want to carry on. This is the way I stop. I want to carry on. You will see. The guy sitting next to your girl is a kiss cat. This game just got a lot more interesting. The guy sitting next to your girl is a kiss cat.
Again, folks, if you haven't already hit the like button, subscribe to all the good stuff. All is good. That's great to hear, Armand. Great to hear. Soon enough, we'll be talking draft. Well, I should say, I might be hopping on Jets. Let me see something real quick. Jets Afterburners possibly for Thursday.
Is that crispy brown sugar bacon? And the bun having that sweet taste to it is like scrumptious. I RSVP against the barbecue. We'll get paid for the testimonial. I don't think they take that here. Of course they take Discover. They're stuck in the past, baby. You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants? And these are my 14. I don't think they take that here. Of course they Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
It's been a tight series, folks. It's been a tight series.
Yep.
Should be a few seconds.
Been as advertised. It's been as advertised, honestly. Everyone said this series was going to feature a lot of physicality. I don't think that's disappointed.
And as you mentioned, Dylan, we've seen the importance of Mitchell Robinson.
Yes, very.
And folks, this is Game 5. The Knicks win. They move on to the next round. It'll be 3 straight seasons. If they win tonight, and obviously if they win the series, that they would be moving on to the second round. Schroeder looks, kicks out to Hardaway. Harris, three-pointer is good. I don't know if I'm ahead. Might have skipped ahead on accident. Deuce McBride will bring the ball up. Harris with 6 points, 2 of 3 from the field. He seems to be okay. Bridges 1-on-1 versus Towns. I should say, gets a screen from Towns. Bridges looking, finds Towns, 10 to shoot. Towns versus Harris. Towns near the high post. Towns backs in, fires, no good. Rebound Harris.
You're definitely a little bit ahead. Not too far, but you're a little bit ahead.
I'm going to pause for like a second.
I'm at 9:15 and counting.
All right.
Towns just took that jump hook on my screen and missed it. Now Schroeder to Harris. Harris took the mid-range just now and made it.
Yep. All right, so we should be back in sync. Anyways, Bridges has it against Hardaway. Bridges looking for a man, drives to the paint, mid-range jumper this time, gets it to go. Funny, he makes those mid-range fades, but he can't make an open three.
He doesn't want to take it to the rack apparently either.
Schroeder against McBride. Schroeder, 1-on-1. Driving on McBride. Inside layup is good. 29 even.
Yeah, you're like 2 seconds ahead, so it's not even worth like trying to fix it at this point. So.
McBride. Oh, Mitchell Robinson with the putback.
Nice. Another putback. And that's why Mitch is so important.
Schroeder drives into the paint inside. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Duren. Duren looking for a man. He finds Harris on the perimeter. Kicks back to Schroeder. Schroeder for 3. Shot's no good. Rebound, Bridges. Bridges. Payne. Looking. Robinson sets the pick. Fakes. Payne, 1-on-1. Step back 3. No good. Rebounded Hardaway.
Got to get Brunson back on the floor at some point. These Cameron Payne hoops are interesting.
Harris versus Payne. Harris has the mismatch. Harris, 1-on-1. Inside. Shot's good.
That is a mismatch. Mismatch to hell. I don't know who let that happen.
Time out, Knicks.
Tobias Harris has 10 points so far. I'm pretty sure he is their leading scorer.
I got to say as well, Dylan, as you remarked, I think it was in Game 1, you said Cam Payne thinks every shot is a good shot.
Yep. And I stand true to that. He thinks every shot is a good shot. Cameron Payne doesn't know what a bad shot is. It's not in his dictionary.
Duke could pull up from the logo and airball and be like, yeah, good shot. Also, Dylan, I don't know if you know this. This is worth noting. Anne Hathaway's at the game.
Oh, so that would explain why OG's playing so physical.
Exactly. It was either one. It was either one of Anne Hathaway or one of Suni Lee. Now we got
Yeah.
Suni Lee for game 2, but OG I don't think played as well.
No.
So it's definitely Anne Hathaway's the trick.
Sonny Lee effect is temporarily postponed.
Yes. It's weird that Townsend's shot has been off tonight. Like,
I haven't really seen him get involved. Is the problem?
that's
I
true.
want to see him taking more shots. Why does Mitchell Robinson have more shot attempts than Cat?
That's true.
I don't get that. Why does he have more shot attempts?
And
I
the
know
thing
Mitch
is-
has been in the game for a minute, but the guy who isn't exactly relied on to score should not be having more shot attempts than Carlton Towns right now.
And the thing is, as well, they're not exactly setting up Cat for perimeter shots.
They're not really setting him up at all. They kind of just have him out there. Hopefully, though, with this timeout, we see some changes. We see Brunson back in, hopefully. And hopefully we see Towns get a little more involved.
Absolutely. It's like they're just
Because
mostly giving
When
him
you just
paint
when you give Cat the damn ball, good things happen.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
and they're giving him paint touches, which is like a little bit of paint touches, which is fine, but you need to leverage that with his 3-point shooting, which is obviously the better shot.
You got to utilize his strength. 3-point
Leverage.
shooting is his biggest strength. You got to utilize that. You're gifted with having a 7-footer that can shoot from the parking lot. Take advantage of that.
Mikal Bridges, I mean, he's been I mean, better defensively than offensively.
He's been great defensively. I can give him that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been great defensively, and he was fantastic defensively in the last game. Arguably, a big reason why we were able to come back and win. Sounds ironic because he wasn't making shots all game, but he hit those 2 threes in the fourth to
That changed the
trim the
momentum,
lead,
yeah.
And then, and then it changed the momentum, like you just said, and he played the good defense. So, I can give him credit, but I want to see him make his open shots. If you're left wide open, I
Absolutely.
need to see you make it because it can make a big difference.
And also as well, do you feel like Deuce McBride's being kind of hunted on defense?
Kind of, a little bit, but at the same time, I feel like that because they aren't involving Cat and because like Bridges is being left open, because I noticed that when he took the open 3, he was left open. It wasn't like a mismatch or left assignment. No, they left him open. So I think they're just trying to strictly just shut down the rest of the guys. And if Brunson's not on the floor, they're willing to let someone else beat them.
Brunson has
They've
it, 15
seen
to
how
shoot.
little involved Cat is.
Brunson dribbling left. Brunson 1-1 versus Harris, 10 to shoot. Brunson drives into the paint. Brunson inside lefty layup, no good. Rebound Harris. Here come the Pistons. Harris kicks Hardaway inside, dunk there for Thompson.
Usually we see Brunson make that layup, by the way. That's strange that he missed that. We usually see him make that.
Towns on the perimeter, defended by Harris. Towns 1-on-1. Towns driving to the paint. Towns, step back 2-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Hardaway. Cunningham off to the left side. Cunningham passes deflected out of bounds. It'll be Knick basketball. Knicks are getting their hands dirty a little bit.
Yeah, no, they're forcing turnovers. They're just not converting it into shots.
Mikal Bridges will bring it up. Bridges on the drive, kicks back to Hart. Hart hands off to Brunson. Brunson off the screen from Hart. Brunson step back 3. Shots no good. Rebounded by Duren. Cunningham looks. Trying to find the man. He finds Asar Thompson. And a foul is called on the play. I think he was a reach in that time. Off the inbound play, they give it to Cade Cunningham. Cunningham looking for a man. He drives to his left. He finds Harris to his right. Harris against Anunoby. Harris backing him down. Harris still trying to back him down. Fires away. Shot's no good. Tipped up. Rebound Bridges. Here comes Bridges in transition. Bridges goes to the rack inside. Blocked that time. No goaltend there. Here comes Cunningham inside to Hardaway. Hardaway lays it in and it's good.
They called an and one on that?
That's a
Foul,
goaltend.
man.
They missed a goaltend.
Yeah. Oh my god, I hit the backboard.
They missed a goaltend and called an and one.
My goodness.
Hardaway knocks down the and one. Brunson to his right. Brunson one-on-one versus Hardaway. Brunson looks, finds OG, dribbles left. OG versus Harris. OG drives the paint. OG inside. Tough layup off the glass and good. Cunningham defended by OG Anunoby. Duren comes with the screen. Cunningham goes to the right. Kicks to Duren. Duren in the paint finds Thompson for the dunk. The Knicks did not rotate.
He's just wide open underneath. That's not acceptable at all.
Hart looks, finds Bridges back to Anunoby. Anunoby sidesteps, drives to the paint. Anunoby, tough layup inside, gets it to go again.
The Anne Hathaway effect.
Cunningham inside, blocked by Bridges that time. He into Harris. Harris into Thompson. Thompson inside, lays it in for the dunk. Brunson speeding up the pace. Brunson one-on-one, now slows it down a bit. Brunson versus Cunningham. Screen to the left. Brunson 10 to shoot, isolated. And they call foul on Duren. Duren with 3 personal fouls. I believe in game 1, he was pretty much in foul trouble throughout the entire game.
And that's huge because now they have to go small. They don't have a backup big outside of Paul Reed.
Bridges looks, finds Towns. Towns against Harris. Towns in the mid-range. Kicks to Hart. Hart in the paint. Kicks out. Anunoby corner 3. Shot is good from OG.
OG is on fire right now. On fire.
Cunningham with a screen from Harris. Cunningham now isolated against Anunoby. Thompson comes to the screen. They play it high. Gives to Thompson inside. Looks. The Knicks have to rotate. And a foul is called on Hart. Detroit will now be shooting free throws as the Knicks have no more fouls to give. Detroit is in the bonus. Start Thompson with 10 points. He misses the first.
Those 10 points have been like all on dunks.
Yeah, because the Knicks' lack of rotating or poor transition defense. Thompson at the line for his second, and he misses. Rebound OG Anunoby. I think you try to feed OG. Brunson off to the right, double screen. Brunson drives to the paint. Physicality. Brunson is tripped and fouled.
And that's actually very significant. Cade Cunningham has 3 fouls now. He's going to have to sit for the rest of the half. Unless JB Bickerstaff wants to get a little bold and keep him in.
They're taking out Tim Hardaway. They're putting in Malik Beasley. Doesn't look like they're taking out Cade. I could be wrong. Yep, he's still in there.
Bold strategy. Keeping him in there with the 3 fouls.
Let's see if it pays off, Cotton. Bridges hands to Towns. Towns against Harris. Towns backing him down. Turns, fires, shots good and one. Harris and Karl Anthony Towns having words too.
Nice. The big man moves. That's what you like to see right there.
Towns right after went to Harris.
Exactly what you like to see. You need to see him abuse that matchup. I feel like we haven't been seeing that enough.
Using and abusing. Towns at the free throw line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Towns nails the free throw. Knicks up 1. Cunningham will bring it up. Beasley sets a screen. They set Cade to the left. Cade inside. Shots is good. Bridges will bring it up slowly. Bridges finds OG.
A tough
OG
looks.
OG fighting inside. Blocked. Kicks out to Hart. Back out. Towns. Three-pointer. Bang! Karl Anthony Towns from downtown.
He's feeling it.
Inside Schroeder is good. Mikal Bridges left the baseline open. Towns taking Harris. Towns inside. Shot is blocked. No foul there. Here comes Thompson. Thompson hands to Schroeder. Schroeder looking. High arcing 3. Nails it.
And Dennis Schroeder has had one hell of a series. He is giving the Knicks problems every single game.
And looks like a foul, I think, was called on the play. Hands to Towns. Towns against Harris. Backing him down. Jarred loose. And a foul is called to Detroit. A late one, though. Does JB Bickerstaff want to use his challenge? Let's see what the answer is. He doesn't. Towns at the line for 2. He nails the first. Upcoming national TV schedule tomorrow, some Game 5s. You have the Golden State Warriors playing in Houston against the Houston Rockets. Golden State with a win yesterday now has that series at 3-1. Another 3-1 series. Timberwolves over the Lakers. Towns in and out on the second free throw. 47-45. Thompson looks, finds Harris. Harris, 1-on-1 versus Towns. Harris, couple dribbles, nearly loses balance. Beasley, three-pointers up, three-pointer no good. Rebound Harris, kicks out to Hardaway. Hardaway, contested mid-range, no good. Tip up, rebound, no good, but a foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Thompson missed 2 earlier, so if there's a guy to foul, I guess it's him. Even though that was a very borderline call.
Yeah, Thompson has been pretty much the X factor. Misses the first.
Well, you have a minute 30 to close out the half strong. So let's see if they can make it happen.
Thompson, 4 of 5 from the field with 10 points. Thompson at the line. Misses both. Rebounded by Towns. Towns will bring it up and gives to Anunoby.
Yeah, I told you he missed them both again. Told you if there was a guy to foul, it's him.
Anunoby finds Brunson. Brunson at the logo. Anunoby comes with the screen. Brunson versus Schroeder. Brunson on the drive. Brunson backing him down, turns, fires, hits. Knicks tied the game at 47.
And you feel like Brunson really hasn't even gotten going as much this game. He's 1 for 7 or 2 for 8 now, if that wasn't what was registered. But still, like, you feel like he hasn't gotten going. You know, you feel like if he can get going, then they can really pull away from these guys.
Inside, stolen by the Knicks. Here comes Brunson in transition. Brunson looks, drives, inside, blocked that time. Hart takes it, finds Towns. Towns inside, layup is good.
What a block by Thompson, though. I must give credit to that. What a block that was.
49-47 Knicks. Hardaway, three-pointer, way off and out of bounds. Knicks basketball.
Got 30 seconds here to go into the halftime break with a lead. That'd be nice. Considering how this game has gone, you really want to be able to go into halftime with a lead.
Paul Reed checks in. Tim Hardaway checks out. Bridges will look to inbound off the whistle. Josh Hart will bring it up. About a 6-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Finds Brunson. Brunson drives on Reed inside. Shot's no good. Tip up, no good, but a foul on the Brunson shot attempt. He'll go to the line for 2.
You know, it may be unconventional. It may not be popular, but Brunson drawing the fouls sometimes is what you kind of have to do.
100%.
He's shown already. He's shown already time and time again. You don't need to foul bait to. You don't need to do all that foul baiting crap to cook your favorite team. You don't need to do it.
He's a quote-unquote grifter.
Yeah, a grifter. He don't need to do all that. He's shown he don't need to do all that to get his way. He does it because it's how the way the game is. Because of the way the games are called. That's why he does it.
Brunson misses the first free throw. I don't know what's been going on with his free throws tonight.
I feel like the team as a whole is struggling from the line. I feel like both teams are struggling from the line. I feel like that's making a big difference.
It's like there's a lid on the rim when it comes to these free throws for both teams, as you said, Dylan. Brunson at the line for his second, and he nails it. 3-point game. Referees blew the whistle.
I'm not really sure what just happened.
Neither am I.
Not exactly sure what just happened.
Did they call some sort of foul or lane violation?
I think they called a loose ball foul on Mitch, but I'm not exactly sure
That's
when
why Hardaway's
or where
going to
it
the
came.
free throw line.
Huh.
That's kind of silly.
Interesting call. All right.
Yeah. He hit Hardaway in the face.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, he got him.
A little over-aggressive. Hardaway with only 4 points and 1 field goal made. He has 2 assists and 4 rebounds as well. Hardaway nails the second. Knicks will have about 16 seconds to get off a final shot in the half. Brunson will bring it up slowly in the half court. Anunoby with a screen to the left. Now Brunson drifts right. Brunson looks, finds, and passes stolen by Thompson. Final seconds at the buzzer. No good. And we will end the half. 50-49 Knicks. It's not been the prettiest game, but the Knicks are up 1 in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals.
You know what? All things considered, you should be very encouraged that they are winning despite this pretty brutal offensive game. Jalen Brunson is 1 for 7, and you're up by 1 at halftime. I mean, if Brunson can get going, you can pull away from these dudes.
Absolutely.
It's been the game of the role players. Cade Cunningham only has 2 points as well.
That's true.
Game of the role players. It's been a game of role players.
And the Knicks have defended him pretty well.
Yep.
At AT&T, be confident to guarantee our network. Staying close with the college besties, not together forever. AT&T, be confident to guarantee our network. Staying close with the college besties.
Game 5 between the Knicks and Pistons.
Something worth noting, though, is that Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham both have 3 fouls. Josh Hart also has 3. But Duren and Cunningham, perhaps the two of their biggest X factors so far.
Yeah.
3.
Also, they got to learn how to block out Asar Thompson. I mean, he's been to the free throw line. He's missed a couple. But on some of those second chance opportunities, it kind of killed him late in the second half, in the second quarter. But also on some of those rotations for the pick and roll, Thompson was just right into the basket. That's why the Knicks failed to rotate. But not a huge deal, as we're obviously up 1, but something worth noting. And also, feed OG. It's been that type of game.
Yep. Get OG Anunoby the ball.
But just to go over the first half stats real quick. Leading scorer, there are 2 for the Detroit Pistons. Tobias Harris has 10. Asar Thompson has 10. Harris is 2 of 3 from three-point line. Thompson is 0 of 1 from 3. Harris has a +1. Thompson has a +2. Other scorers in the starting lineup, Duren has 3, Hardaway 5, and Cunningham 4. 0 points for Paul Reed. And the highest score off the bench is Dennis Schroeder with 9. If you take over the Knicks side of the ball, 2 leading scorers, you have Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby, both with 11 points as they had a hot second quarter. Jalen Brunson with 6 points overall with 1 of 7 from the field. Josh Hart, 9 points with a 3-pointer made. And Mikal Bridges only dose points. Need more out of him in the third quarter. Mitchell Robinson, 7 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 7 rebounds. I'd say 9 rebounds, 7 offensively, 2 defensively. 2 personal fouls, +3 in terms of the on-off. And Deuce McBride and Campaign also have 2 points. So there's that. In terms of the team statistics as well, Knicks out shooting the Pistons 40.8 to 39.1, 20 of 49 to 18 of 46. Neither team shooting the 3-ball well. Pistons 5 of 18 to the Knicks 3 of 12. Free throw percentage hasn't been great either. 8 of 13 for the Pistons, 7 of 12 for the Knicks, both teams with 5 free throws missed. Knicks out rebounding the Pistons 27-23. 11-9 in terms of assists. Pistons are leading in that. The Knicks are leading in that category. Pistons have 4 steals to the Knicks 2. Knicks have 7 blocks to the 6 of the Pistons. Total turnovers. The Pistons have 9. The Knicks have 8. Fast break points. The Pistons lead the way with 8-4. Knicks have more points to paint, 30-22. Fouls. The Pistons have more, 13-12, and the largest lead for both teams. Knicks 5 and the Pistons 7.
Close game, man. Hard-fought game right now.
Jacob gives us the Yankee update. 13-1 Yankees. The Baltimore Orioles. Also as well, just an update regarding some of our basketball scores around the league. It looks like the Bucks are going to force a Game 6 back home as they're about to beat the Indiana Pacers right now, 118-111. You can find that on NBA TV. And soon enough, a potential, I should say, not even soon enough, the game's probably going to start now. You got the Boston Celtics versus the Orlando Magic. Magic trying to force 6. Let me ask you this, do you think that series has been a complete blowout, or do you think the Boston has had tough times this time?
Boston's had a tough time, but I mean, Orlando has always played Boston well. And if I'm not mistaken, Orlando has taken down Boston a couple times this season, or at least in the past. So, a fully healthy Magic team is kind of a tough matchup for them. But at the same time, they're not even fully healthy because they are missing Jalen Suggs, who's a pretty important piece to their team. So, but I mean, Boston also is probably just cruising along here because, they can beat the Magic. They had Tatum sit out a game and they've still are up 3-1. So.
Jacob, the Celtics game has not tipped off yet, surprisingly. The game was supposed to start at around 8:30. It has not. I'm guessing it's because the Milwaukee Pacers game going to overtime.
This is definitely why. Yeah, they always push the time back for TV purposes.
Just like they did for game 1 of the Knicks game, I believe it was.
Yep.
1 second, I'm just going to grab my charger. Is you can space the floor because he's going to be trying to be a rim protector. So when he tries to be a rim protector, space the floor, knock down the 3 because the rotation is going to come late. So now the big problem he possibly has is on 3 here on the defensive end. You're playing the 4, you got to fight every inch. And so Tobias Harris is taking the job of fighting for the inch, but showing it back to him, you make him post that harder than he wants to. So that's what's going on around the NBA. Let me see if I could turn on NBA TV on my computer, see if I can stream. As obviously CNC's doing their halftime production. What do you think of Mike Greenberg all of a sudden being a big fan of Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, I actually posted that on Fireside Knicks this morning. Yeah, you know what? Shout out Mike Greenberg. Shout out Greeny. I don't watch ESPN as much as I used to, but shout out Greeny for that. He knows what's up. He's seen what Jalen Brunson has been doing this postseason. So I'm glad someone in the media finally is seeing it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the narratives in the media so far this playoffs has been about how the Knicks are bound to crumble, how Jalen Brunson is a foul baiter, and that he's not better than X player or Y player. Guys, Jalen Brunson is legit. He is easily one of the best playoff performers in the league right now. He's probably already the best playoff performer that the Knicks have ever had in their franchise. Let's be honest here. You know what I mean? Like you have, Of course, you have guys like Walt Clyde Frazier and stuff like that, and Willis Reed, of course, in the 70s. But if we're talking more modern day, like 90s onward, Jalen Brunson clears everyone in terms of playoff performance. He does. Patrick Ewing was phenomenal and stuff. Allen Houston was great, but Jalen Brunson's doing historic stuff. He's doing stuff that hasn't been seen since Michael freaking Jordan.
Exactly.
I mean, do we realize the type of tier that is? That's that's insane. You know what I mean? Like when I look at graphics online, or I see people in the media, they're like, "Oh, Jalen Brunson has 4 straight 30-point." Like for example, on what Greeny said this morning, 4 straight 30-point games to start the playoffs for Jalen Brunson. It has not been done since Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan did that in 1998. It was the last time that someone started a playoff run with 4 30-point games. And if we remember what Brunson did last year in the playoffs, he had, I think, a stretch of 4 or 5 games with 40-plus points, and the one game that was included in that stretch that wasn't 40 points, he had 39. So he essentially had like 6 straight 40-point games. So I think we really need to just realize what we're watching right now is some pretty historic stuff. It is. Regardless of where the Knicks end up going, what Jalen Brunson does in the playoffs is there are not many players that you can really look at and say, yeah, he's done that before. I mean, the list is very short. Guys that have been as clutch and as good as Brunson has been in the playoffs is literally down to like Michael Jordan.
I'm sorry,
So
Dylan. I got to cut you off. I'm pretty sure the Bucks just pulled off one of the greatest meltdowns in fucking playoff history. I'll
they
explain this.
lost?
They're gonna fuck. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose,
What just happened? What happened?
bro. They were down. They were up. What 5-7 points with 40 seconds.
That's why I
and
stopped
they
paying
lost.
attention.
And they lost. Garrett
What?
Trent Jr. lost the ball out of bounds. So what happens is, I think they made no. What are the possessions earlier? They were up. I'm trying to do the math here. Forgive me on this one. It was an and one to Tyrese Halliburton. So that made the score, I think, a 1 point game. Halliburton had an and one. The Pacers were down, I believe, 2 at that point. 2 or 1 points, whatever. So they throw out the ball. The Pacers play trap defense.
Bro, the Pacers won. The Pacers won.
Yeah.
I just checked the score.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
won.
That's what I'm summarizing for you. So the Pacers, Pacers were playing trap defense, and the Bucks threw the ball to Gary Trent Jr. Bro loses the ball out of bounds. It slips out of his hands. And then next up, you have Tyrese Halliburton taking. Oh, I'm trying to forget.
Bro.
Tyrese Halliburton took Giannis to the rack for the final shot.
I'm about to see the game winner that Halliburton hit now. Wow. Oh my goodness. The past 24 hours for Bucks fans have been brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. Come to New York, Giannis.
I'd welcome that. I have to text my buddy Brian.
Come to New York, Giannis. We could use you.
Let me text Brian here.
Holy cow. I cannot believe that actually happened. Wow. And the Bucks were also up by 20 at one point in this game, by the way.
Yeah.
Just check.
Yeah.
They were up by 20.
I thought they were going to take it to game 6.
That is incredible. Let's see. Okay. So I'm looking now at the feed to see just how bad the meltdown was. You want to hear what the score was with 40 seconds left? The Bucks were up by 7.
That's what I was saying. I was saying they're up by 7. It was like 118, 111. I'm like, okay, they're going to pull this out.
Yeah. Up by 7.
Giannis was apparently arguing with either a Pacers fan or somebody else. It might have been Tyrese Halliburton's dad, actually. I could be wrong.
Whoever it was. I mean, if you're a Bucks fan, how are you feeling right now? Oh, my goodness. Damian Lillard gets that injury that's just terrible for him. I feel terrible. And then your team just completely melted down to finish the season.
I guess you call it a Doc Rivers team, Dylan.
Yeah, I'd always said this too, that I never trust a Doc Rivers led team, but I didn't think that was gonna happen.
If you can't, here's the thing: you gotta find some other way to choke if you can't blow a 3-1 lead.
I mean, what they just did is remarkable.
It's remarkably sad.
That's remarkable.
And the Pacers didn't even foul. They were playing trap defense. Then Halliburton takes Giannis to the rack.
How does this not get Doc Rivers fired?
He should absolutely get fired for this.
I mean,
okay,
everything fell apart for the Bucks and their whole dynasty thing when they got rid of Drew Holiday. That was the
that was the beginning of the end.
Like, people were saying PJ Tucker was the beginning of the end. No, it's Drew Holiday.
Kevin Porter Jr. was now trying to fight the Pacers.
Oh, big surprise.
And also Taurean Prince was trying to be the peacemaker.
That was an 8-0 run by the Pacers to end the game. Man, oh man. There have been some crazy finishes to these playoff games.
Giannis is probably telling the Pacers, I'm out this bitch.
Right? This is these playoffs, this first round has had some very wild finishes. Look at our series. Game 4, the no foul. The Denver and Clippers series, the game winner on a dunk at the buzzer. And now what the Pacers and Bucks game just happened.
It's going to be Pacers Cavs.
Cavs in 5.
My friend, I said to my friend who's a Bucks fan, sorry that your Bucks pulled off a choke job like none other. Brian says, I knew it was going to happen. Remind me why we traded Middleton for Kuzma again.
Yeah. And now I'm going to go check Kuzma's stat line because I have seen how bad he's been this postseason. Let's see how Kuzma did. Okay, so Kyle Kuzma today, 13 minutes. So that's, first off, he barely played. 5 points, 5 rebounds, no assists, 2 for 5 from the floor.
That's pretty pedestrian. That's less than pedestrian.
He played 13 minutes. 13 minutes. AJ Green played 46 minutes and got the start. Gary Trent Jr. obviously got the start with Damian Lillard out, and he had 33. Wow. Giannis put up 30 points, 20 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and they lose. You're not supposed to have your star go off like that and lose.
As they're now showing some stars at the Garden, John Turturro, John Stewart, John McEnroe, Tracy Morgan, Abdul Carter, the newest Giant, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, obviously the newest Jet, one of the newer Jets, should I say.
I think the Giants had a really good draft.
I think so. From an outside perspective, I think they did too. I think they crushed it.
Even from my perspective as a Giants fan, I think they actually had a very good draft. I don't think they made a wrong move. Like, they gave up a bit of picks to get Dart, but
it wasn't that much.
No one's going to care. And even so, like I just said, if he pans out, no one's going to care. No one's going to care about that. So.
Anyways, we're back to action here at the Garden. Brunson looking for a pass. He finds Mikal Bridges. Bridges looking for a pass this time. Finds Brunson. Brunson defended by Asar Thompson. Gets a screen from Hart. Brunson drives. Brunson finds Towns. Towns nearly loses it. Final seconds. Towns have to pull up a miracle shot, and it's way off. Rebounded by Duran. It's a 24-second shot clock violation.
Damn, that was the shot they got? Ew.
Not pretty.
It's like the Knicks are known to just completely come out of halftime flat every time. I don't know what they'd be doing during halftime.
Jalen Duran looking for a man. Hands off to Cunningham.
The three-point shooting numbers this game are hideous. They just showed it on the screen. They're
and you
horrific.
Want to talk about a turnover just now? Cunningham just turned it over. He stepped out of bounds.
And you want to know something? That right there is exactly why he is not better than Brunson right now. Because he turns the ball over at a ridiculously high rate.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Turns it over at a ridiculously
Brunson is fouled by Thompson. I also want to add...
Of course, added usage will contribute to more turnovers, but at the same time, when you turn it over damn near 5 times a game, how can you defend that? You know what I mean?
As actually said, Cade Cunningham is the most heliocentric player in all of the NBA.
Yep. And it's the most accurate way to describe him, to be honest.
Brunson gets a screen from Towns. Brunson doing a couple dribbles. Brunson drives to the right. Brunson pulls back. Mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound Tim Hardaway Jr. Here comes Cade. Cade, alley-oop to Thompson. Beautiful slam there. Bridges finds Hart. Finds Brunson. Brunson has the ball stripped. Still takes it. Kicks back Anunoby. Anunoby corner 3. Got it. OG Anunoby from downtown.
It's the Anne Hathaway effect again.
Cunningham, one-on-one, hands to Hardaway. Hardaway, three-pointer's up. Three-pointer is up, in and out. And it's a loose ball foul on the floor against Josh Hart. Even though he was the one knocked down.
How is that a foul on Hart? How? What? And now he's got 4 fouls.
Tibbs does not look like he wants to challenge.
I don't like that call at all, personally. Wow. All right.
Cunningham screen to the left. Cunningham to Duran. Duran inside. Kicks out. Hardaway on the wing. Nails the three-pointer. Tim Hardaway's first three-pointer of the game. Bridges brings it up half court. Goes left off the screen. Finds Towns at the top. Towns against Harris. Towns drives. Towns inside kicks Bridges corner three. No good. Rebound Duran. And Anunoby and another player just got tangled up. Tim Hardaway is hurt.
They must have collided into one another.
Did they call the foul on that? If they collide into one another, why call a foul? He said he was tying his shoe. That's not a, come on, that's not a foul. Dude was tying his shoe. Cunningham drives on Towns. Cunningham inside. Shot is good. And the foul. How is that? What are these calls?
You need a timeout.
What are these calls?
This is getting a little outrageous now. Knicks coming out of the half looking cool
sitting there
again.
With Hardaway in his Hardaway can see OGA. Oh, trip up, foul. Barely touched Kate. Up, foul, and one. Brunson will bring it up. Josh Hart now has the ball in the half court, hands to OG Anunoby. Anunoby drives left. Anunoby fighting for the ball and stolen by Cunningham, and a foul is called. Or they call it a help.
Goodness.
Anunoby did get a, in fairness, piece of the arm.
Not a good half at all. Not a good half.
Cunningham off the screen.
I don't think we're seeing enough of
Thompson just right inside for the dunk. The Knicks have not figured that out.
Josh Hart is coming up way too high, and there's no rotation down low. Every time. Every time. Every time. You can tell that they game plan to not get to kind of just trail a little bit on Asar Thompson, but you can't just leave him open under the paint like that. It's free dunks.
Because that's what Asar only knows how to do. He's not a great three-point shooter, so he's going to use his athletic ability.
The Knicks need this timeout.
Give the ball back to Anunoby. Actually run an offense, because the process of this offense has been trash.
What should I put you down for? Oh, boundaries. They can be tough for young homeowners turning to their parents.
No reason you should be down by 6 right now.
No, not at all.
Oh, yes, gotcha. Okay. Cool. Boundaries. They can be tough for young homeowners turning to their parents.
Getting a headache from all
They need to come out with a lot more energy. They just look lethargic. They're not moving around at all. They're playing lazy defense. Gotta get some energy. And it starts with making some damn shots.
Exactly. I mean, you had an OG with that three-pointer from the corner, but that was about it.
That's it, though. When you currently on a 10-3 run, Detroit, I mean, what do you really...
What a game. What a game. Hopefully they get their shit in order. No, it has been so consistent throughout the series and throughout part of the season. Maybe even part of these Thibodeau coach teams that they just come out so energyless, if that's ever a word. So lethargic, as you said, though.
I like energyless better.
Yeah, energyless, lethargic, tired. They look drained,
Lifeless.
lifeless. I just don't get why.
Still early in the third quarter, but
it is absolutely, but
not the most encouraging of start though.
I mean, if you're up
If
by
you come
one,
out of the timeout with a make bucket, I'll feel a little better about them. Though,
yeah.
because then it'll show that they've got something drawn up. Need a momentum shift right here. Need a momentum shift. Even someone on Twitter, he's like, well, what's going on at halftime? Yeah, I agree. What is going on at halftime?
I'd love to know what goes on at halftime.
What are they doing at halftime?
Love to be a fly on the wall.
Someone said the Darvin Ham quote where he was like, go hard on the dudes, salute. Oh, man.
All right, so we are back to action. 9 minutes, 9 to play here in the third quarter. Pistons, 3 assists on 4 made field goals. 59-53, Knicks down 6. Second largest deficit of the game, the largest being 7. Jalen Brunson will be the one inbounding the ball. He finds Karl Anthony Towns. Towns looking, finds Jalen Brunson. Brunson one-on-one. Brunson finds Bridges. Bridges looking, finds Hart. Hart one-on-one, hands off to Bridges. Bridges gets a screen from Hart. Bridges drives to mid-range, pulls back, mid-range jumper this time, no good, short. Tipped up, nice rebound. Oh, taken by Cunningham. Hart had his hands on it, but it was stolen there. Cunningham. Pass is deflected into the hands of Thompson. Thompson versus Hart. Gives to Harris. Harris has the mismatch. Harris jab steps. Harris jab steps again. Backs him down. Turns. Fires. Up. No good. Rebound tipped. Taken by Bridges. Hart will bring it up. Hart to the rack. Hart inside. Layup is good.
Nice take by Hart, coast to coast.
Let's see what happened here. Cunningham drives. Cunningham into the 9. It's a block and a foul.
Yeah, he got him from the back.
Usually I don't like Josh Hart taking those layups where the center's right there, but he creates enough contact where it just floats the center away, but it's not a foul.
Exactly. He's usually pretty strong enough to take that though. So I mean I don't mind it. And he usually does a good job of drawing the foul on it. It's not very often you can get like Josh Hart is gonna take wild shots. That's just who he is. But I mean, he's one of those guys who's been so excellent in transition that you kind of just gotta live with it.
Cunningham misses the second. Rebounded
what
by
I think
the Knicks.
We're really missing right now is Jalen Brunson. That's who we're missing.
Yeah,
he's 2 for 11 right now, or 2 for 10, whatever it is.
I'd also appreciate if
rough one.
Yeah, I'd also appreciate if what's his name? Bridges were able to score. Brunson sidestep blocked by Cunningham that time. Stout his bobble, puts it up, puts it in off the glass. As you say, speak of the devil.
They have been suffocating Brunson, man.
Cunningham pulls back. Good defense from OG. Hands to Harris. Harris pulls back to Hardaway. Hardaway hands back to Harris. Harris drives on Brunson. Harris inside. Tough shot. No good. Rebound Towns. Here come the Knicks. Harris. Anunoby. Drives. Kicks back. Bridges. Brunson. Three-pointer. In and out. Rebound tipped out to Thompson. Thompson drives, kicks. Hardaway three-pointer is in and out. Rebound Towns. Here comes Hart in transition again. Hart right to the rack inside. No good. No foul called there. Here comes Cunningham. Cunningham stops. They didn't call a travel whatsoever. And they gave Brunson a technical foul.
What is going on?
Cunningham knocks down the technical free throw. Cunningham drives. Cunningham alley-oop to Duran. He misses it. Taken up. And inside goes Harris. Harris inside. Layup is good. It's been quite the chaotic third quarter.
This is ugly.
Towns. Hands to Anunoby. Anunoby, couple dribbles. Anunoby kicks. Josh Hart, wide open. Misses the three-pointer. Rebound Thompson. Thompson sidesteps. And a timeout, I think, was called by the Knicks. Or was it the Pistons?
Detroit caught that one because they had the ball.
So what happened was, Dylan, they missed a blatant double dribble by Cunningham, and they gave a tee to Brunson. I mean, that's as obvious as day as I'm seeing the replay.
Excuse me, are you shopping online while standing in line? Yeah.
They've come out, even after that timeout, same old crap. They just look tired. They don't look like energetic at all. They need to play better. Need more shots
Absolutely.
to fall and need Jalen Brunson to get going. Same thing with Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges only has 2 points. You can't be getting 10 points from those two combined and expecting good results. You just can't.
Bridges has been basically MIA.
Yep. I really don't want this series to go back to Detroit. I don't want to give these guys life.
Either.
Just end it tonight, man. You have the home crowd in front of you. You're still within striking distance. You're only down by 6.
Absolutely.
But like, man, play hard. Come on, like, I don't understand why they do this every third quarter. Why is this a theme every third quarter where they come out looking like they've never played the ball before? It's, we can't give up on this either, because I mean, they showed us in the last game that they're really never out of it. But
yeah,
at the same time, you don't really want to see them end up going down big.
It's like sometimes too common of a trend. I'm not giving up, obviously, but it's too common of a trend.
Yep.
Actually, we call our stuff Gatorade.
Oof. Mentally exhausting, I guess you can call it.
Yeah, this feels like Philly all over again.
Dylan, I agree with your sentiments. I really don't want to go to a game 6. There's no need. No need for a game 6. Believe it or not, this team is beatable in 5. Believe it or not. Doesn't seem like the Knicks are making out to be that, but still. All right, 6:15 to play here in the third quarter. Pistons in the bonus.
You're in the bonus already? That's
Yeah.
not ideal.
Hardaway looking for the inbound. He finds Cade Cunningham defended by Anunoby. Cunningham looks, finds Harris. Harris looks, finds Cunningham. Cunningham against Bridges. Cunningham one-on-one. Cunningham kicks to Harris. Harris, three-pointers up. Three-pointers good. Brunson will bring it
Just
up.
like that, the Pistons have their largest lead of the game.
Brunson 1-on-1. Looking. Finds Hart. Back to Brunson. Brunson, 6 to shoot. Drives. Brunson trying to make something work, and he is fouled.
And if that's the only way Brunson's gonna get points, then I do not care. I don't care.
Looks like he was hit on the left hand going up. Brunson at the line for 2. He knocks down the first.
A little demoralizing right now, considering that Detroit is on a 19-9 run or something like that.
Yeah. We should be having them on ice right now. 66-59 Detroit. Both free throws are made. Cunningham will bring the ball up. Screen comes from Duren. Cunningham drives. Cunningham looks alley-oop to Thompson. The Knicks have not known how to stop that tonight.
He's been in the dunker spot every single possession. How do you not make an adjustment by now?
Brunson
I
one-on-one,
don't get it.
dribbling against Cunningham, drives to the basket, inside to Bridges. Bridges, that should be a goaltend, no?
I'm about to see it myself. Let's see. Definitely could have been.
And a foul is called on Towns. That means Detroit's going back to the line.
Mikal Bridges is 1 for 7 tonight. 2 points. 2
Awful.
points.
Bloody
2
awful.
points. 2 points. 2 points. 2 points. Pretty disgraceful.
Thompson at the line. His first free throw is in. Nope, no good.
If you're the Knicks now, you need to cut this to about 5 before the end of the quarter at best. That's what you need to do. You need to cut it to 5. Keep yourself within striking distance, and get going in the fourth. We know Jalen Brunson will have. We know Jalen Brunson could show up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, somebody's got to show up now, though. Deficit is 10. Brunson trying to get across. He does. Brunson is fouled by Thompson. Brunson hands to Robinson. Robinson hands to Brunson. Brunson going straight down the middle. Brunson fakes. Kicks to Hart. Hart inside off the cut. Puts it in. Cunningham across the screen. Cunningham kicks to Thompson. Thompson inside. Shots blocked, but a foul.
So Josh Hart does not get the foul on the layup, but when Asar Thompson gets breathed on by Robinson, he gets the foul. Okay.
Truthfully, that was a foul, but I get your point, Dylan.
Yeah.
It's
I see. I see now. It was a foul. It was a foul. You're right. I'll eat my words on that one. But how does Hart not get a foul? Not getting enough out of your backup guards like Deuce McBride and Mikal Bridges is not good. Those
Even
are your
Cam
two guards
Payne to an extent.
Yeah, you're not getting enough from those guys. Brunson's obviously struggling really bad, but you're not getting enough from those guys, and those guys are supposed to help you pick up the slack a little bit.
That's a great block by Duren on the weak side. As he blocks that ball out of bounds on the Josh Hart cut.
What a block. Good block.
Seven seconds to shoot. Knicks down 10. Dennis Schroeder checks in for Asar Thompson.
I don't know what it is about playing in the Garden that energizes the opponent. I don't get it.
Brunson
Can't be the
looks,
only
he
one that
lobs it
notices
to
that.
Robinson. Robinson on the perimeter is going to hand off to Brunson. Brunson going to try to put up a shot. Brunson fires away. Shot is good.
Oh my goodness.
How
Wow.
did he get that off?
Wow. Huge shot by Brunson.
Cunningham
Huge.
pulls up, three-pointer in and out, tipped up again, rebound deuce. Here come the Knicks.
Cannot be overstated just how big that shot by
Brunson
Brunson
drives,
was.
Brunson kicks, Robinson inside is fouled. They'll go to the line for two.
Oh, you really wish Robinson would have made that layup on the foul.
Talk about being in no man's land for that shot.
Knicks seem like they have a little bit of life.
Mitchell Robinson at the free throw line for two.
Thing is,
And he
too, this
misses-
game feels like we're in the fourth quarter, but we still have a good 15 minutes of regulation left.
And he misses the first. It's like I just know when he's going to miss the free throw or not because of the lack of arc in his shot.
I think Brunson needs to change his shoes, don't you think?
I think so, too.
I think he needs to change his shoes.
Robinson nails the second one.
Either change his shoes or, go get his cape, quote unquote.
Cunningham will bring the ball up. They play the screen high. Cunningham versus Anunoby. Cunningham drives to the basket. Cunningham inside, blocked by Robinson, taken by Hart. He takes it. Here comes Hart in transition, slows it down, gives to Anunoby. Anunoby goes right. Anunoby inside. Layup is good.
Shout out OG Anunoby. He's been easily the Knicks' best player tonight.
Schroeder against Brunson. Reed comes with the screen. They try to ice. Schroeder, mid-range jumper on the way. Shot is up, off the top, no good. Rebound OG. And I don't know what happened there. I guess they have to reset the shot clock. Another clock malfunction, unless there was a foul on the floor that I don't know about.
They're going to have to get Towns back in for offense. Mitch has done a nice job defensively, but, if they start fouling
I
and
think
he's
he was
getting put
actually
to the
waiting
line.
at the scores table. So, yeah. Mitchell Robinson was fouled. Are they doing this hack-a-jack shit?
Yeah, they are. That's why you got to get Mitch out of the game. That's exactly why you got to get Mitch out of the game. Love Mitch, love what he provides, but you can't shoot free throws, and you can't. You're gonna have him hacking in the third quarter. Like, there's clearly something there with that.
In and out on the first. Jesus, mother of Christ. Please pivot to Towns, please.
Yeah, no, they're gonna get Towns in the game.
Yeah, because Towns has not come in the game yet for good reason. He nails the
I feel like
second
the Knicks
one.
you do feel like the Knicks have some momentum, though. I
They
must say
do.
that. You do feel like they have some momentum right now. They've cut the 10-point lead to 4 or 3 now because Mitch made the second free throw. So
Screen coming. Cunningham against Anunoby. They hedge. Gives out to Beasley for 3. No good. Rebound. Mitchell Robinson taken by Hart. Here comes Hart in transition. Hart looks. Hart inside. Layup is good. It's a 1-point game. Timeout Pistons.
there you go. There's the run that I was saying that they needed to go on, and just like that, got ourselves a ball game again. That's why I didn't give up, because we've seen this team do this dozens of times where they go on big runs.
Exactly.
However, that doesn't mean that they can keep coming in the third quarter looking like crap.
Exactly.
They need to start these second halves on a much better note, because, my goodness, man, it's getting outrageous.
And plus, hypothetically, not that we're out of the series yet, Are we going to play like this against Boston with these crap third quarters?
And
Again, hypothetically.
to add on that too, you're not going to get away with that against Boston.
Hell
You're not
no,
going to get
you're
away
not.
with you're not going to get away with having a crappy third quarter to start and then relying on a big run. You're not getting away with that. And you're also not going to get away with leaving shooters open. You're not going to get away with that against Boston. Boston's going to be a real test for them. Real test.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's going to be a real test. And, I don't expect much if we end up playing them, which I'm expecting to play them. But if we do end up playing Boston in the second round, I mean, I'm not expecting much, but I at least want them to go out with a fight. If I end up seeing them get swept, that'll be a different discussion.
Absolutely.
But we got to worry about Detroit first. We need to take care of business here. So we can win this game tonight, and then we can worry about Boston after that. But right now, we got to worry about the team in front of us.
Game by game, opponent by opponent, quarter by quarter, possession by possession.
Looks like Mitchell Robinson is staying in the game. I like that call, though. I kind of like that call. I kind of do. I think Towns is in there, too, but I kind of like the decision to get Mitch in there. He's been so good defensively. I don't know how you can take him out.
Schroeder hands Beasley to read. Back out to Schroeder, 8 to shoot. Schroeder hands. Pass deflected by Robinson. Here comes McBride. Into Hart. Hart looks. The pass is deflected and stolen by Schroeder. Hands to Beasley. Beasley inside. Layup is good. Brunson will bring it up. Robinson comes with a screen to the left, now to right. Brunson fakes. Robinson handles it. Robinson back out to Hart. Hart inside alley-oop. Robinson is there.
Robinson is having one great game. He's been a fantastic paint presence tonight.
Cunningham, they hedge. Cunningham looks, finds Beasley. Back out to Cunningham. They hedge once again. Cunningham, Beasley on the drive, inside. Floater is good.
Bad rotation. Brunson was late to his spot, and Beasley just took him right to the rack. And, OG was late to the pickup.
Brunson
Not
one-on-one.
good right there.
Brunson right off the screen. Brunson dishes to Hart. Back to the corner, Anunoby, and he throws it right to Cade Cunningham. Looked like an interception. Cunningham, Beasley, three-pointers up. Three-pointer, no good. Taken by McBride. Here come the Knicks. McBride to Hart. Got to slow it down. They do. Gives to McBride. Back to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Knicks down by 3. They're going to let time tick off the clock a little bit. Brunson against Schroeder. Wants him one-on-one. 5 seconds. Brunson drives. Fakes inside to Robinson. Pass deflected and stolen again by the Pistons. Here comes Cunningham. Inside Schroeder.
Turnovers.
Back to Cunningham is fouled.
Way too many turnovers. Way too many. You just took all the momentum you had away.
I
had momentum.
I wasn't a fan of that last possession either, where they left Brunson alone to isolate.
No.
That's the perfect time you try to carve something up to try to tie the game or get within 1.
Well, now you need to try to hope that you can trim it.
Towns and Bridges come in for the brief substitution.
You're lucky. If you're the Knicks, you're lucky that you are where you are right now, considering how poorly they started this quarter. You were lucky to be within 2 possessions. Still a whole another 15 to go. We're in for one.
Cunningham knocks down the second. It's a 5-point game.
We are in for a thriller at the Garden.
Brunson will bring it up. Take all the time he needs. Down to 11, down to 10, down to 9, down to 8. Brunson hands to Bridges, back to Towns, back to Bridges. Bridges drives. Bridges fades away. Gets it to go. Final seconds. Detroit looks. Schroeder tips to Beasley at the horn. No good. And the Knicks will end this third quarter A wild third quarter at that, down 3, 77-74 if we enter the fourth. Will the Pistons hold on to win?
All things considered, the Knicks have momentum right now. They trimmed it what was a 10-point lead into 3. So,
I mean,
they have momentum.
They fulfilled your goal because you said when the run was happening for Detroit, just at minimum, keep it down to 5. Now they're down 3.
Get it to 5 and you're down 3. So, all it takes now is one good run. You need good defense, though. You have to get stops on the defensive side. You can turn defense into offense by doing so.
As of right now, just doing a check, the Orlando Magic are currently up on the Boston Celtics 38-30. Obviously, subject to change.
Yep. And so is this game.
Yes.
Now let's lock in, shall we? Let's get a win. Let's get a win. Let's get rid of these guys. Let's get out of here. Let's win. One run. One good run. I need one good quarter out of y'all. One good quarter. One good quarter. I'm holding up 2 fingers, but I'm saying 1 quarter.
Yes, one good run. All it takes is one.
Quarter.
One quarter of actual good basketball.
Hopefully, too, we get Jalen Brunson that we know and love in the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
And not the version that we've gotten.
He changes the shoes. That's what we're hoping for.
Hopefully, we do not get the version that we have gotten through the first 3 quarters tonight. Because it has been a rough one for him. Mikal Bridges being 2 for 8, though, is also not very ideal.
He's absent. He's missing in action. He's on the milk carton, Dylan. He's on the milk carton right now.
That's such an old head reference, man. You were a little younger than me. Oh, man. All right. We got a big quarter coming up here. We need to lock in. Play some defense. If you play defense, you can turn that into offense, like I've been saying.
Exactly. The problem is the Pistons have been playing their game in the third quarter, physicality and turning transition turnovers into points. The Knicks have to do that. They did that in the first quarter, in second quarter a little bit.
It's been a dogfight. Cade Cunningham said before this series was going to be a war. He didn't lie.
He didn't. He did not lie.
He did not lie. It has been a war. Every single game has been close. So credit to that. However, I want the Knicks to dominate this fourth quarter. So let's go.
$77-74. We're going to start the fourth quarter.
Usually this is the time of the game where I start pacing around my room because I'm like nervous as hell. But
next commercial I might have to grab another bottle of water. This can't be I can't be empty on water right now. Detroit will bring the ball up. Cunningham brings it up. Cunningham looking for a man. He's going to get a screen to the right from Duren. Cunningham against Bridges. Cunningham drives baseline inside. Shot is no good. Rebound Towns. Deuce will bring it up. Deuce on the drive. Inside, lays it in. 1-point game.
It's anybody's game right now. It is anyone's game.
Schroeder will bring it up. He gives to Cade. Back to Schroeder. Schroeder drives. Kicks to Beasley. Beasley drives. Beasley inside. No good. Rebound Duren. Duren kicks. Schroeder drives. Inside. Pull-up jumper is good.
Interesting that we got Cameron Payne on the floor right now. Brunson probably went to go get his shoes.
Payne gives it to Towns. Towns against Harris. Towns one-on-one. Towns drives to the basket. Towns floater. No good. Tipped up. Rebound Bridges. Bridges fakes. McBride. Corner three-pointer. No good. Rebound Cunningham. Cunningham drives inside. Blocked by McBride. Taken by Towns. Here come the Knicks. Payne slows
Good
it
play
down.
by Deuce to get back and get that block.
Towns
play.
backing
Good
him
play.
down, backing him down, backing him down again. Turns, fires, in and out, but a foul is called on Harris. Going to see if they're going to challenge. Looks like they are. Ooh.
That's not ideal because that might be a one challenge by Detroit.
I've seen worse fouls called.
Definitely.
I should say I've seen worse not called. They might be actually able to win that. Getting ready, folks. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bells so you know when I go live or drop a new video. Game 5 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals between the Knicks and Pistons. This has been a tight one. This has been a somewhat aggravating one, too. Very grinded out game.
Yes, it has.
It's like getting Ray-Ban when you need the protection of Batman.
Bring your popcorn, bring your water, bring your drinks, because this is about to be quite a fourth quarter. Even though we technically started it already, but still.
Oh, man. Nervous time.
Yes. If you have to take a jog, take a jog. Take some laps around your room, take some laps around your room. Got to do what you got to do, folks. Let's hope the Knicks pull this one out.
Oh, I need to stretch.
Yes, folks. Just like Dylan here, if you got to stretch, you got to stretch.
You need to stretch, bro. I feel like I'm out on the court with how nervous I am.
I don't blame you.
I feel like my body has gone through what they're going through right now.
And that brown sugar bacon, so smokehouse barbecue sauce, do tricks. No, I'm a genius. I'm not doing tricks for you. Oh, all right, fine. I'll show you one trick. Trust me, your phone.
This has been quite the memorable series, folks. Pistons will just not go away. It's been a series of punches.
Yep, it has been physical. It has been sloppy. It has been rowdy. I don't know what other adjectives I could use right now.
Grimy, grindy.
See, that's why we got you here. You're here to help fill me in for that.
Yes. Find any synonym. And they, you know what, I got to tell you, they might not overturn it, might not, because Towns had his jersey grabbed.
They did not overturn it.
Figured as much because he literally had his jersey grabbed.
So that's actually massive because now JB Bickerstaff does not have any more challenges for the rest of the game.
See, the rest of the contact I could, understand.
Get behind that, but that's huge. Yeah. That's huge.
The rest
that could be a big turning point. That could be a big turning point in the game. It really can. That could be a big turning point because
so apparently
Detroit now only has 2
shoot a
timeouts
technical
left.
Free throw.
Yep, they assess JB with a tech because he likes to whine after every play. So,
I mean, you didn't see on your replay that literally your player was holding the other guy's jersey. I get most of the contact. I would say was play through, but the hold not so much. Come on now. So they gave Bickerstaff.
You take it.
You do.
You take it. Now you gotta knock these free throws down.
He knocks down his second as he knocked down the first He knocked down the technical free throw and now knocked down the first free throw from his shooting foul. Towns at the line. Ties the game. 79 all. Dennis Schroeder will bring it up. Schroeder looking for a man. Hands to Beasley. Back to Harris. Back to Beasley. Trying to ice him away from the paint. Beasley finds. Pass deflected by Robinson. Stolen by McBride. Here comes Bridges. Bridges pull up three. Bang! Mikal Bridges from downtown. It's actually a two. My mistake. His
The
foot
long
was on
two-pointer,
the line,
but
bang regardless.
big shot. Nobody needed that more than him. Nobody needed that more than Mikal.
McBride attached to Schroeder on the drive. Inside layup is good.
Gotta stay composed defensively after a make. Gave
That's
him
on
that lane
Deuce.
too easy. Yeah, too easy. Gave him that lane.
Payne hands to Bridges. Bridges defended by Hardaway. Towns comes to the screen to the left. Bridges drives. Bridges kicks. McBride 7 to shoot. McBride drives, pulls up mid-range, in and out. Rebounded by Beasley.
Ooh,
Harris
I did not
transition
like that
three,
shot.
no good. Rebound Towns.
I did not like that shot by McBride.
Deuce hands
These
to Towns.
non-Brunson
Towns is
minutes
wide
are
open
gonna
for a
tell a
second. He
lot.
pulls up, and no good. Rebound Harris.
These non-Brunson minutes are going to tell a lot. Whoa, Towns. He pulled that? He shot that?
But here's the thing, though. He was wide open beforehand. Deuce McBride had like a few seconds to notice. Schroeder misses the three. Rebound Bridges. Bridges alley-oop to Robinson. He loses out of bounds. Pistons ball.
They're forcing the entry to Robinson way too much. I get that he's been dominant tonight, but you can't just keep forcing it to him.
Schroeder off the screen. Schroeder, left side, kicks to Harris. Harris inside is fouled by Towns. Towns looks like he got hit in the chops. You know, if he got hit
definitely
in the
took a
chops,
hit to the face.
if he got hit in the chops, I would consider challenging that. I would challenge that.
Nah, Towns grabbed him.
You sure?
Towns grabbed him. Yeah, he grabbed him.
Oh, yeah, I do see that, but
He grabbed him. It's a foul. It's a foul. He grabbed him. He grabbed his back. It's a foul.
damn it. All right, Towns, stay composed. I'm going to need you to stay composed here.
We're good. Come on, we got 8 minutes. We're good. We're good.
Harris at the free throw line. His first goes in. And what happened here? Thibodeau is talking to the referee about something on the sideline.
I think they gave the Knicks an extra point.
Was that the three-pointer that
I
Bridges
think it was
hit?
on the McHale 3.
It had to be because
Yeah,
I thought
think
it was originally it was a three. Then his foot. It looked like his foot was on the line. So who knows?
I think they changed
Harris
it.
at the line knocks down the second, so it's now a 1-point Detroit lead.
Well, that's huge. You go from, looking like you're down 2 to down 1. That's a pretty big difference.
Towns at the top of the key looks. Towns looking, finds Bridges. Bridges drives to the basket. Bridges pulls up mid-range, no good. And a foul. Looks like it's going to be against Tim Hardaway Jr., so Bridges will get free throws.
Yeah, he got fouled. Yep. They're biting my hoodie because I'm nervous.
And they got my hoodie on. I don't have my Ewing jersey, but I won't talk about what I did earlier. Bridges at the free throw line. He misses. The least he can do is make a free throw.
Yep. Indeed.
So that's the least he can do here.
Now,
OG
at what
Anunoby
point?
checks.
At what point do you get Jalen Brunson back in?
Good point. OG Anunoby also checks in. Oh, please just hit it, Bridges. Please. He hits the second. It's 83 all.
We got ourselves a game.
Harris comes to the screen. They kick to Harris. Harris drives. Harris inside. Alley-oop to Duren. And the foul. Looks like he collided with Robinson, and Robinson is hurt.
No, Tobias Harris collided, and then Jalen Duren got him with the head, I think. Both of them look hurt.
Duren's still on the ground now. He's being helped up. See the play. I think Robinson was not intentionally like pushed in the back, and then he landed under Duren. Yeah, Harris stepped on his foot, which led Robinson to go plunge forward.
That's just unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
Duren will shoot the and one. Duren at the line.
This game has featured a lot of
This
stoppages.
is the free throw rebound, Karl Anthony Towns. Bridges will bring it up. Bridges gets a screen to the left. Bridges on the drive. Bridges inside. Pull up mid-range. Got it. 85-85. Cunningham against Bridges. Cunningham trying to back him down. Back him down. Cunningham spins, fires, double contest, no good, but a foul.
That is Karl Anthony Towns' fifth. And I don't really understand why Cat came over to help like that. That is a little bit of a reckless closeout, if you ask me.
That's a slap right on the forearm. That is a foul.
That's a reckless play
so
by
aggressive
Cat.
too. He didn't need to be that aggressive.
That's reckless.
It's not a smart foul whatsoever.
No, that's reckless.
Jalen Brunson checks in. Campaign checks out.
This game is going to come down to the final shot. So, buckle up. This game is far from over for either team.
Cunningham knocks down the second. Brunson hands to Robinson. Robinson looks to Bridges. Bridges goes left off the screen. Bridges looking, trying to find some space, and passes stolen by Harris. Here comes Cunningham. Cunningham inside. That should be a charge. And offensive foul, it's called.
Huge swing right there. Jalen Brunson making a big play with that charge. Big play.
Remember, they can't challenge if they wanted to because they lost their challenge already. Jalen Brunson will bring it up about 7:07 to play. Brunson defended by Asar Thompson. Brunson goes right of the Bridges screen. Brunson drives. Backing down. Thompson turns, fires, and hits. Game is tied. And the foul.
That is the Jalen Brunson we were looking for right there. Big freaking shot by Brunson. Fourth quarter demon time. Big shot. Big shot. Tough
Now
one,
he needs to knock down the free throw.
Win this one for Dick Barnett. Win this one for him. Come on.
Brunson at the line. Gives the Knicks the lead, 88-87. Cunningham brings it up. Duren with the screen to the right. Cunningham drives, kicks to Duren. Duren loses it. Its pass is batted up in the air, taken by Thompson. Thompson driving to the paint. Thompson inside, blocked by Robinson, but a foul.
That is now Mitchell Robinson's fifth foul.
God.
So, both bigs with 5.
Thompson at the line for 2. Knocks down the first. Thompson's second free throw. No good. Tipped up. Rebound Robinson. Both Knicks centers in foul trouble, as Dylan mentioned, both with 5. Brunson one-on-one versus Thompson. Thompson on Brunson. Brunson drives, pull up mid-range, up, no good. Taken, deflected, into the hands of Beasley. Beasley on the drive. Beasley inside, blocked by Hart. Taken, deflected. Here comes Brunson. Brunson going to slow it down just a bit. Brunson. One-on-one versus Cade. In transition. Now in the half court. 12 to shoot. Bridges going to try to force a switch. Brunson one-on-one versus Beasley. Brunson turns. Brunson on the drive. Brunson pull back jumper. In and out. Rebounded by Thompson. Here comes Cade. Cade on the drive. Cade inside. Layup is good. Brunson will bring it up. Look, Brunson is looking for options. Brunson against Cade. Brunson driving to the paint. Brunson inside off the glass. No good. Tip up by Robinson that time. Shot is good and the foul.
Mitchell Robinson continues to have a monster game down low. Monster game. This is probably one of his best games since coming back from injury. He has looked tremendous tonight.
Can Mitchell Robinson knock down the free throw is the question. 13 points and 11 rebounds. His third career playoff double-double. At the line. Nope, he misses. 90-90 right now.
Not ideal.
Cunningham will bring it up. Cunningham nearly loses it. Cunningham on the drive. Cunningham is fouled. It'll go to the line for 2.
They got to stop letting Brunson get that switch onto Cunningham. They need to stop letting that happen.
Then who? My question is, who is OG guarding?
That's what I'm saying.
I'd rather have
You
somebody
can do-
else guard Tobias Harris.
You could literally throw Brunson on Tobias Harris, but
Timeout Knicks, I think it is. Timeout.
Yeah, it is. It's a Knicks timeout. I don't think they got to stop letting Brunson get that switch onto Cade. He just gets through him every time. It's a mismatch. You can't let that happen. Cannot let that happen.
Oof. 6 subs to 100. Yes. Hit the subscribe button, folks. Going to be here all Knicks playoffs.
Now, here's the question. When do you get Karl Anthony Towns back in the game? When do you get him back in? With the 5 fouls, you can't play him and Mitch together the rest of the way. They both have 5. Can't play them together. So, when do you take Mitch out for Cat?
It's such a tough obstacle because outside of Brunson, nobody's really being given the ball right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we need to see Cat come in at some point, though.
I do. I think so too. They need some semblance of offense. And
Cat has also shown to come through in these big moments. So I think you got to get him out there. Mitch is having a dominant game, but I don't know if he could finish the game. If they're gonna foul him on purpose or anything, and he's gonna keep getting to the line, I don't think you can have him out there to finish the game. And that's just the unfortunate reality of him not being able to shoot free throws.
Paradise doesn't always have palm trees. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence.
Comes down to the adjustments. What are they going to do? Again, is priority number 1. Keep OG on Cade Cunningham. The last couple times, especially in this quarter, Cunningham's been getting to the rack, either scoring or via foul, where he's getting to the line.
Yep. Indeed. Oh boy. All right. Here we come down to it. The Knicks pulled us off.
Final minutes, folks. Will the Pistons extend the series to 6? Or will the Knicks end it in 5 on their home turf, which is something they haven't done since 1999? Cunningham having made 1 free throw already. Detroit is in the bonus. That is key for them. Cunningham knocks down the second. Just had a toilet bowl roll with the ball. Brunson will bring it up. Towns trying to get a mismatch. He gets the screen. Brunson, Towns, fakes, Anunoby, inside to Hart, back to Bridges. Bridges 7 to shoot. Bridges guarded by Hardaway. Bridges drives, Bridges fakes, pull up. In and out. Rebound, Duran. Cunningham versus OG. 10 to shoot. Cunningham, they screen away. Cunningham pulls up. Three-pointer is good.
OG was way too late back to get back there. Way too late.
Timeout, Knicks.
Not looking good. It's not looking good. You have to get a bucket out of the timeout. Have to. Got to get a bucket and a stop out of the timeout.
They're going to keep trying to force to switch the Pistons. And they've been killing the Knicks. Even in game 2, they killed the Knicks with that.
Yep. If you can't tell, I'm very nervous.
We all are.
I almost need to throw the hoodie on because now I'm like freaking. I'm getting nervous.
Well, let's see what the Knicks can do out of the timeout. Brunson, clutch player of the year, second in all these rankings, either second or first mostly. Jalen Brunson will bring the ball up. Is it his time to shine? Brunson against Thompson. 1-on-1. Towns comes with a screen to the left. Brunson driving. Brunson looking. Brunson finds Bridges inside. Shot is good.
Needed that one. Got a bucket out of the timeout.
Cunningham brings it across half court. Duran comes with a screen.
To get something.
Again, they try to force the switch. Cunningham fakes back to Hardaway. Hardaway drives, pull up, mid-range shot is up, no good. And battling for the ball. Hart takes it and steals it. Here comes Josh. He'll slow it down just a bit. Towns, three-pointer. Bang! This game is tied.
What a shot, Cat. Let's go.
Cunningham. They're going to try to force the switch. Cunningham to the basket. Cunningham inside. Shot's no good. Put back by Duran is good. Josh Hart is holding his knee.
Nah, I think he's holding the area you don't like to get hit in.
And they're going to call timeout because Josh Hart is hurt.
That is not good.
Now he's on his feet.
That is not good.
Looks like he might have fallen on his wrist, according to Ian Begley.
Ugh. And now Brunson is being subbed out.
Really?
Yep.
For what purpose?
Don't know.
They need offense. I'm confused. I am very confused. Is it the ankle? I mean, these are like crucial minutes in the game.
Yeah, I don't like the look of this game at all. I don't like it. I don't like the look.
Probably monitoring that fucking ankle. Well, no, he's not being subbed out. Where is he? Payne inbounds to Bridges. Knicks got to come up with something offensively without their captain. Bridges to the left of the screen. Finds Towns. Towns defended by Harris. 7 to shoot, 6 to shoot. Towns, 1-on-1. Towns drives, pulls back. Jumper is blocked. Here comes Duran and Cunningham. Cunningham inside on the drive inside. Blocked by Towns. And Duran gets the putback. Payne will bring it up. Bridges at the top. Looking for a cat screen. Bridges 1-on-1. Bridges drives. Bridges falling away. No good. Rebound Duran. Cunningham drives. Cunningham on the drive inside. Floater's good.
Not looking good.
Hart and Brunson are ready to sub in whenever. Payne on the drive. Payne inside. Floater's up. Floater is no good. Harris looking.
There's not much time left in this ball game.
Thompson. Harris. Harris in the post. Harris backing him down. Turns, fires. No good. Rebound OG Anunoby. Here comes Campaign. Payne looking. Finds Bridges, corner 3. Shots no good. And Detroit's going to keep this clock running to keep Josh and Brunson out of the game.
I don't know why they haven't called a timeout to get him in.
Inside block.
What are we
Here
doing?
comes Campaign. Bridges driving. Bridges looking. Bridges falling away. Got it. (101-97). Cunningham versus Anunoby. Just winding the clock down. Duran comes with a screen. They play it high. Cunningham drives. Cunningham doubled. Cunningham looks. Inside shot is good.
Very, very, very poor clock management by the Knicks. They let that much time go by without Brunson getting on the floor. Incredibly poor. No excuse for that.
And Campaign was just taking some silly ass shots.
That is bad. That's bad. That is very bad. Well, it looks like this one's heading back to Detroit. What was the rationale behind that? I don't understand. Why are you not calling a timeout? You can't go home with the timeout. Why are you not calling a timeout?
The only one you can think of is there's one timeout, but you still got to use it. You're talking one of your two most important players.
You got Brunson at the scores table, and you're watching your lead just disappear.
It's literally trolling. Now you got to force a bucket.
That is disappointing. That is so disappointing.
Brunson looking. Bridges, Holloway 3. Was that a 3 or was that a 2?
Looks like
They're
it was
calling that a
3.
3.
Graduates, today you enter the real world, ready for whatever lies ahead, except for the following.
A 3-pointer by Bridges. I'm curious to see what the Knicks' strategy is. They don't have a timeout, so
Nope. Gotta get your defense lineup in. Which means, in essence, subbing out Hart and Brunson again.
or
So
did
what
you,
was
do
even
you
the
even
point?
consider fouling?
You might not have a choice. They have 25 seconds left. And you have to take a full court heave. Can't stop the clock. You gotta try to get a steal. Gotta try to get a steal. Or a turnover. Whatever. Come down the court. Try to get something. Again, how do you not call a timeout? How do you let that much time go by and not call a
Silly ass
timeout?
clock management.
How do you let that happen? I mean, what the hell, man? How do you let that happen?
So Detroit will inbound. The Knicks will probably foul, knowing that there's only like 1 second between shot clock and game clock. If that. Maybe more. Looking. Stolen. Hold on. And it's tipped to Beasley. They did not get the steal. Cunningham to Schroeder, and he's fouled. The Knicks ever so close were to a steal.
Crap.
Brunson tried the old foot trick. Did not work. Schroeder nails the first.
Oh, boy.
And he misses the second. The Knicks have to take it to the length of the floor. They got to hurry this up. They don't have a lot of time. Anunoby fakes, pulls back 3. Got it! OG Anunoby with the long three-pointer.
This game is not over. Oh,
The Knicks have to
my
foul.
goodness. They have to. But oh my goodness. Not over. It is not over. Wow. Okay. Well, we have ourselves a game all of a sudden again. Wow. OG just hit the most ridiculous 3 I've ever seen. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, not dead yet. I don't like our chances, but it is not dead yet. It is not dead. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Neither team has a timeout.
Nope. So this is your ball game right here. Oh my goodness.
Possible.
Oh my goodness.
Neither team either has fouls to give neither. No challenges either. Schroeder will inbound. Knicks trying to get their defensive assignments. Schroeder looks to inbound, looking, finds Cade, and he is fouled almost immediately. Do they intend? I'm wondering if they intentionally try to miss the second.
No. Because the Knicks have plenty of time to get down the court and get a bucket. What you gotta wonder is, will the Pistons, intentionally foul the Knicks to prevent a game-tying 3? That's what I wonder.
Cunningham at the line. Knocks down the first. And I think I saw Sar Thompson do this, meaning foul. Cunningham at the line for his second. He knocks it down. I think Detroit's going to try to foul. They got to get off a shot. Deuce looking. Final seconds, and they do foul.
And they fouled Deuce, too.
Smart play by Detroit.
Not good. Not good.
McBride misses the first. If you had to hit any free throw, it was the first. (106-103). McBride misses the second, tipped up in the air, ticked out, and that is it. This will be a game 6 on Thursday.
That sucks. Did not want to have to go back to Detroit for that.
Dylan, I'll let you shoot with your final thoughts.
That sucks. Like I just said, that sucks. You really wish you won that game. You wanted to get that series over with, finished it off in the Garden, but you fell just short. And I think a big reason why they fell short, Jalen Brunson wasn't Jalen Brunson tonight. He was terrible tonight. He was inefficient for pretty much the entire night. And then that stretch where he had to come off the floor early in the fourth, or late in the fourth, it killed any momentum of a rally they had. They tied the game up for nothing. So, looking ahead to Game 6, you need to defend. You need to defend hard, and you need to score points because these last 2 games, they have really struggled to score points. So, Jalen Brunson needs to be on. Mikal Bridges needs to be better. I need more from Karl-Anthony Towns as well. And I need him to win in Detroit in Game 6. I really do not want this series to head back to the Garden for Game 7. I don't. I want this to be finished in 6. I wanted it done tonight. Couldn't be done tonight. So, Game 6 Thursday night. Need to win it. Need to win. Need to come out and get a big win. Simple as that.
It's just like we never can close series on home turf, ever.
Nope.
Never.
Nope.
I gotta say, extremely disappointing the way we were playing the first half. You know, it wasn't great basketball, but we were up 1. Third quarter, fourth quarter, we're moving. Just just like the defense started to wither away. The offense went stale. The clock management was buffoonery. Absolute buffoonery. Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson waiting at the scorer's table for God knows how long. Absolutely ridiculous. Not a great night from Karl-Anthony Towns on the offensive side of the ball. He did hit a clutch 3, though. It's high at 95. Mitchell Robinson, I thought he had a really good night despite the free throws. Deuce McBride, I don't know what really has to say. Hunted defensively and offensively, he's just been a non-factor. Mikal Bridges, he hit the late 3. I guess give him credit for that. Defensively, he's been fine, but we need a lot more out of him. The bench continues to be the burden of this Knicks team, especially scoring-wise. Ever so disappointing. We'll be back Thursday for Game 6. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you want to go live or drop a new video. Otherwise, it's been fun, y'all. See you guys for Game 6. Catch you later.